I believe we're live. But there's only one way to find out. The real question is, can I hear myself? Okay, I can. Wow, and there's like no lag either. Cool. Okay, let me reduce that screen brightness so we get maximum. Okay, we got the one viewer, the one like. Who gets the first comment? It was manspider underscore with the hi. What's up, manspider? We got the 2 viewers, 2 likes. Let people roll in. Oh, 12 viewers, nice. Yo, Fluff192, what's up? Jake P, wow. Jamie Simbala, Sponge Nick, an internet user. Obina Edemuzor, Styx, Blitz, the Sonic Archives, Gavin is die, and well, I guess it's and now it's all gone away from me. Well, what's up, guys? It's LSuperSonicQ, and we're gonna stream tonight. We're doing a stream. That's what we're doing, guys. Yeah, I kind of just decided. Why did the lighting get like? Oh, maybe it's because I reduced the. Yeah, I had my screen brightness up, and I'm like the audio, like the brightness is like really good, and I dimmed it. Now it's like, wow, it sucks. But yeah, I just decided like we got to get back into videos. We got to get back into videos, and things have been really crazy, man. Like the past week, really crazy. Might get into some good quality rants tonight. Not anything like, not any like aggressively like angry rants, but just like, man, it's been crazy. Stuff has really been crazy. And I decided like, you know what? I want to release a video this week because it's been a couple weeks since the last video, and a stream would be a good way to do it. I haven't streamed in a while. I was gonna do it outside. I was thinking maybe we could do it outside, but the sun kind of went away and it like poured out earlier, so everything's probably wet. So I'm like, you know what? We'll save that for another day. But I figure a lot of you guys probably hype about E3. I wouldn't mind talking about E3 a little bit. And yeah, just like a straight up hangout, And as always, these are chat runs, so I'm pretty much whatever the chat wants to talk about is pretty much what I'm going to talk about. So yeah, man, it's just gonna be chill, and that is all we're doing tonight. So, yeah, I've seen a lot of Metroid Dread stuff. Yeah, Metroid Dread is real. If you watch the E3 presentation, Metroid Dread, turns out that it was a real game. Even back 15 years ago, it was a real game. I remember okay, the reason why I'm freaking out about Metroid Dread, for anyone who doesn't know, is Metroid Dread was the very first video I ever made relating to lost media. Like, even before the Blame It on Jorge Kablam stuff, the Metroid Dread video I made predates that, and it was kind of like a Yuri of Wind clone video. I kind of copied his style a little bit, but no one had covered Metroid Dread when I made that video, and I was very interested in the topic, and that was my very first like lost media, lost content, lost whatever video. And back during that time, when I was researching the video, I was convinced that Metroid Dread didn't actually exist, like even back 15 years ago. That it was more of like a concept or an idea that didn't get much farther than that. Maybe akin to like, whoa, we got a super chat. I guess I'll read the super chat. LB Vault with the $1. Thank you for that. And I'm introducing a new feature. We got the emoji art. It's some weird emoji art, but what's up, man? Yeah, I have not fixed the chat yet. I'm sorry, but I see that you're doing the emoji art, so that's good. So I have a new little thing. Oh, what was your? Oh, LB Vault. Let me copy that. So you are currently. I keep opening Discord. You are currently the top crocodonor instead of crocodollar. Crocodonor. That is you right now. Can anyone dethrone LB Vault? So thank you for that. Yeah, so the thing about Metroid Dread is back when I made that video, I was convinced that it didn't actually exist beyond like concept art, you know? So not only today was I surprised that they actually used the title Metroid Dread, which hasn't even been talked about or mentioned in 15 years, but also the fact that this game was actually the same game that was in development 15 years ago, and it just, I believe in the interview, whoa, never gonna get through this Metroid Dread story because you people keep giving me money. What's up, MP474? Hey, LSuperSonicQ, I'm glad you recovered from the hospital. Also, what is your favorite discontinued snack? That is a really good question. I will answer both of those. I keep opening Discord, man. I gotta, like, okay. So, it seems as though MP474 has dethroned LB Vault as the top crocodonor tonight. But thank you for that. Okay. Oh, whoops, that was... We're still working out the... We're fine-tuning the crocodonor. So, okay. Okay, what was I saying about Metroid Dread now? Okay, yeah. I'll answer your question in a second, but the thing with Metroid Dread is I was shocked that not only they used the actual Metroid Dread name, but that this was the same game that was in development literally like 15 years ago that I was convinced didn't actually exist. I think in my video I may have like alluded to the fact that it probably existed as like concept art or like a concept, but that it didn't actually get to the development phase. But based on the interview I saw today, they actually did Nintendo posted a little interview about the game today. Based on what I saw, they actually did try to develop the game 15 years ago. So this was a very long time coming project, but I'm so excited to see it. Not only because of its history with lost media and stuff, but also, man, I'm such a huge Metroid fan. I'm a huge Metroid fan. Metroid Prime was like one of those games that like changed my like view of video games when I played Metroid Prime back in like middle school. So I'm a huge Metroid fan, and I was worried that like we weren't going to get any Metroid related content until Metroid Prime 4, which who knows when that's going to be. But now I'm really excited to see that Metroid Dread exists. It looks like a really cool game, really cool mechanics going on in the trailer. I'm sold. I'm sold on the amiibos. I'm sold on the deluxe edition. I'm going to get that game, and I hope everyone else does too, to really support the Metroid franchise, because I feel like we easily could have not gotten this game. I feel like that easily could have happened, but like we did. I'm so glad we did. So, yeah, I'll be buying that game. I'm so excited for it. The Goat said, how long has Dread been in development? I don't think it's actually been like actively in development for the past 15 years, but the original concept is 15 years old. I believe it first appeared on E3 lists in 2005 or 2006, so it's very, very old, which is why it was so surprising to see. It's like one of those games that you just never think is going to actually come out or exist, but it does now, and that's so cool, man. So to get to MP474's comment, they said, yeah, glad you recovered from the hospital. Yeah, I guess I maybe do want to touch a little bit upon that, just because it's kind of... Oh, and yes, there is an update on the Liberty Tree thing, unlikely. I'll get to that after this. Yeah, the thing about the hospital, too, and that's kind of why I actually haven't posted in a couple weeks, or maybe it's only been 1 week, 2 weeks, maybe. Yeah, so I was actually in the hospital recently, because as a responsible person, I'm like, wow, you gotta get vaccinated, right? Also because it would just be more difficult not to be vaccinated. So I got my second vaccine, and congratulations, LSuperSonicQ. You're one of the rare cases that had a reaction to the vaccine. Yeah, so after getting my second dose, I had a rare side effect that was like heart inflammation, pretty much. And my chest really hurt, and I could like barely move, and I couldn't really breathe very well, so I had to go there. And a lot of other people actually have had this issue since me having gone to the hospital. It kind of came out recently that like there were several hundred cases of it. It's still kind of rare, but like more people have it. But at the time, I thought it was a fluke. Like I didn't even know what it could be. I assumed it was from the vaccine, but I wasn't sure if it actually was what I was reading online. So I had to go to the hospital, and I stayed there for a couple days. And that kind of threw a whole wrench in like everything. Because right before I had gone into the hospital, I had a really long talk with a bunch of cool lost media people, and we talked about videos and all kinds of stuff. And I kind of like had outlined a new video plan for myself, and I was going to do these specific things and try and really work on these videos and stuff. And then I had to go to the hospital, and it just threw everything for a loop. And even right now, like I feel fine now. Like I don't. Let me reword that. Like I feel fine. I was pretty much fine in a couple days. I only stayed at the hospital for 2 days, so I'm fine now. But I've really been trying to like take it easy and not like be up at 3 in the morning working on scripts and stuff. I'm really trying to like, and also just based on my new video schedule in general, I'm trying to pace myself better because the content I'm trying to make higher quality, I guess you could say. Like no more like 5-minute videos. I'm really trying to like raise the bar. So anyway, that's kind of been why the videos have been lacking recently, is just because of all that. I've really been trying to take it easy, and I was in the hospital for a few days, unable to work on videos and stuff. So that was kind of like one like mini story arc altogether, but I'm glad it's over now though. And now I'm like fully vaccinated, so I can like go do whatever, I guess. And then the other thing I was going to say was, yeah, specifically about videos, I'm going to try and have a video on Thursday, believe it or not. I had written a script, a pretty lengthy script before I went into the hospital, and I was aiming for that one to be my next video, and it might not be as like core lost media or as long or lengthy as the videos I'm currently writing are. But this one is still pretty long. It should be a very, very good length. And the topic is pretty interesting in general, too. I think you guys are going to like it. It's a lost media search kind of thing. It's just not a traditional lost media search kind of thing. I think you guys will like it, though. And it's lengthy. So if you like lengthier videos, yeah. And I'm trying to get that out for Thursday, I believe. I probably could do that. So that is my goal, because I'd like to get something out. It's been a couple weeks. So that was that. And yeah, I'm fine now, so no worries. I was gonna actually do a hospital stream, but I figured because I didn't have my own room, it would have been kind of weird, like talking to myself while like everyone was kind of around. So I decided not to do that. But and then MP also said, "What was your favorite discontinued snack?" Okay, I'm gonna say this. I don't know if it's actually discontinued, but I can't find them anymore. So as far as I'm concerned, they're discontinued. Do you remember Oreo Cakesters? They were like Whoopie Pies, but they were Oreo brand, and they were way better than Whoopie Pies. They came in like chocolate, golden, and strawberry. Those were so good, man. I haven't had those in like literally probably like 15 years. Probably as long as Metroid Dread has. I messed the title up. I gotta edit that. Whoops. Yeah. It's probably been about like 15 years since I had them, but they used to be so good, man. I really enjoyed them. I think you might be able to still order them, but I don't really consider like, I don't really consider that. I know that they're not really discontinued if you can still order them, but I just don't really consider it like, because I can't go to the store and buy them. So as far as I'm concerned, they're discontinued. And then I saw The Unlikely said, any updates on the Liberty Tree case? Yeah, guys, do you remember that video I made not too long ago about the Liberty Tree Mall? If you haven't seen it, not a lot of people watched it. It's on my channel. Long story short, there was a big sculpture of a Liberty Tree that was very historical to the area, and it was in the mall for a long time, and then it was removed, and no one knew what happened to it. Yeah, I actually solved the mystery recently, a couple days ago. So, someone from the Lost Media Wiki Discord was looking through some newspaper archives, and they, like, unrelated to the Liberty Tree, but they stumbled upon some articles that were related to it, and they tagged me, and they said, hey, you might want to look at these, and I read through them, and they interviewed someone who was who owned the mall, I believe, at that time, and they were talking about getting rid of the tree back in the 90s, so I emailed that person, and I said, hey, I found this interview where you talked about getting rid of the tree. Did you actually get rid of it? What happened to it? And pretty much, yeah, man, They got rid of that tree. So the mall had a restoration expansion in the 90s, in the early 90s. And at that time, they were debating about whether or not the tree had kind of outstayed its welcome. They wanted to freshen up the place. So they removed it. And after they removed it, they didn't have anything else to do with it because the local historical societies didn't want to take it because it was too big. And when they had nothing else to do with it, they didn't know where else to, where to store it or anything. They scrapped it. It's gone. They destroyed it. The tree is no longer in existence. That was confirmed by the mall's previous owner that, yeah, once it was gone out of the mall, that was it. So the Liberty Tree is no more, which is unfortunate because to me, it was a pretty historical piece of mall history and local history. And it's a shame that no one was able to save it and they just kind of didn't think anyone would care about it, which is ironic because like every single recollection I've seen about the tree, like nowadays, everyone misses it. So it's ironic that they would think back then no one would care about it because clearly people do. But yeah, it's gone, and that's that. I don't like the guy that I talked to was pretty old. He's like a billionaire or something. So like, you're kind of an old, company guy. So I didn't like ask him a billion questions. I'm personally still curious about like how soon after it was taken out of the mall was it destroyed? Like, when was it offered to the historical societies? Was that before it was taken out of the mall or after? Where was it demolished? All these things I would like to know, but I don't think we're ever going to get answers on them specifically just because it's been so long and everything. But yeah, so pretty much the mall, the tree is gone, and that's that. And that is really unfortunate. But I'm glad to have gotten to the bottom of the mystery, and kind of like give a conclusion to the mystery and everything. So yeah, that was that update. Stick said, "What about a 6-hour stream part 2?" I would do a 6-hour stream at some point again. I definitely would be open to it. It would just have to be like the right circumstances, right time, right everything. Like wouldn't do one tonight or anything, but maybe at some point I will. Connor Young said, "Dude, your Dread video went up like 200 comments today when I looked at it a few hours in between." Really? Are people finding it and watching it again? That's funny. I thought that would maybe happen, but I didn't think it actually would. Oh my gosh. I'll have to check my most viewed videos of the past like 48 hours. I wonder if like it's actually getting an increase in views. That's really cool that people are like rediscovering it. That's awesome. I'm going to read those comments after. Maximum Pink has never played a Metroid game. Oh yeah, you got to play Prime for sure. Like definitely, they haven't even re-released Prime in a lot of different ways. You can only play it on GameCube and Wii actually. I feel like most people have a Wii though, so pick it up if the trilogy isn't too expensive. But the trilogy might actually be expensive at this point. I'm not sure. I would prefer GameCube though, just because of the controls. They're better than the Wii motion controls. Pedro said, "Good thing you feel better now, LSSQ." Yeah. Someone with a little smiley face emoji said, "Hey," and Saint Gulick with the emoji face. Miko, what's up, guys? Guess I kind of went off on a rant there. Well, not really a rant, but story time. Yeah, I can't believe I actually typed in Dread wrong. I was just so excited. You can get Metroid Prime on Wii U? No, you can't. I think you can get 3 on Wii U. You can't get 1. Oh, the trilogy is on... Oh, is the trilogy... Yeah, the trilogy's on Wii U. Wait. Oh, the trilogy's on Wii U, but you have to play it with the motion controls. You can't use like a gamepad. Okay, I was going to say, play Metroid Prime with a gamepad. That'd be weird. What's up, P-Dog? No, you're not late. Somebody with a Japanese name said I helped them through their depression. Wow, that's... I still feel like that's really like... I mean, that's like really cool that I was able to do that, but it's weird to me when people say that, because it's like... Like, I just remember, like, back... I feel like I tell this kind of, like, story every time. Like, some kind of variation of this story every time. Like, I just remember, like, back in the day, you know, when I was going through, like, middle school and high school, and, you know, you get sick of school and you hate everything or whatever. Like, I remember, like I would have my favorite YouTubers and my favorite, like, people I would watch and stuff to, you know, take my mind off of whatever. And it's just, like, I never thought I would be that person for someone else. That's really like cool. I still have a hard time even like realizing that I that I'm even like a content creator. Like I don't even know. It just like it's just weird to me. Like I post videos and people like them. It's just like I mean that's good, but it's just I don't even like think about it. Like it's just the fact that people like my stuff. It's just so weird. Like it's cool, but it's like weird to me because I don't even like think. I don't consciously think about that. Marcel said their mom actually went to the World's Fair, so she may have gotten to see the Liberty Tree in person. That would be so cool if like you actually got to see the tree at the World's Fair in New York. That would have been 1964, so that was a long time ago. But I believe it was only there for 1 year, but it was in Boston Common for like 12 years, I think. Oh, Ivy said, any updates on the Hamster Dance movie? Gosh dang, I keep forgetting to. Like a few months ago, someone emailed me and they said like, "Hey, I found some more contacts you might want to like hit up for the Hamster Dance movie." And I'm like, "Oh, these are like really good contacts." And I just kept forgetting about it, man. And I keep being reminded and then forgetting about it. Okay, I'm gonna try and make a note and remember to do that after this stream. So there's no updates because I haven't done it yet, but I've been meaning to. I have leads on it. Oh, Mel has a cold. Oh no. Oh, your name was River. Oh, I saw that earlier. I just I guess I just like didn't like realize what you were saying. But okay, so River said I helped them with their depression. Well, that's cool. Um, well, more to come, I guess. DJ Falco said it feels like Metroid Dread is meant to hold us over until Prime 4. Yeah, it definitely does feel like that. I'm kind of getting that vibe too, but like I feel like they chose a really good game though to like do that. Like I was thinking back today to Metroid Federation Force. Remember that freaking garbage game? Like that game, I think that game acted as some kind of like filler in between another game, or I don't remember what the circumstance was, but like, dude, that game sucked, man. Like it's just so bad. Like that was like a wrong way to use a game to hold you over for something else. But Dread looks great, so they did it in a really good way. PK Deluxe said, I feel like whenever Prime 4 is revealed, they'll fully also announce the trilogy. People have been speculating that the trilogy is going to like get ported to Switch or whatever. I would be a fan of that. I would probably buy them again on Switch, especially if they're like upscaled or something. I've never played Metroid Prime 3 actually, so I would very much enjoy playing it on Switch, I think. Although I probably could get it for $5 on Wii. I mean, I guess I have I have a plenty big backlog of games I have to get to anyway, but like um I could probably just get it for Wii for $5 or whatever and like play it every now and then. I don't know how like intensive a game it is. I remember like Metroid Prime 1 took me a very long time to get through, but I was like a kid at that time. I remember Metroid Prime 2 was very hard, but I got through it in like a month or two. I could probably beat Prime 3 relatively quickly, I think. The Metroid Dread video of mine aged like wine. Yeah, Cryptic Boy. I'm really glad I like made like it's funny when you make something like that and then like years later like the thing that you made a video on like becomes relevant again. Like it's really cool. And like you can't really predict that kind of thing. It just happens and it's so fun when that happens. Um oh, you guys were talking about some Sonic stuff? Oh, Stephen W said Metroid Dread was the best thing revealed. Yeah, honestly, I feel like overall my impression of E3 this year is that it was just decent. Like like Metroid was my high point. That was like that made the whole thing worth it. And there were a couple other things too I was very excited to see, like the new Mario Party game. Like I'm a big fan of Mario Party, so that one looked really good. Um I was glad to see Shin Megami Tensei 5 got a new trailer. Oh, someone asked me earlier about Kazuya in Smash. That's cool, man. I don't know why people were complaining about that. I heard that like people were mad about that. I thought that was a really cool addition, and like I'm not even like a big Tekken fan. Like I like Tekken. I bought like Tekken 4 at a thrift store a few months ago when I played through the game and I unlocked everything. So I know the series a little bit, but it's cool. It's a cool series. And I thought adding a Tekken character into a game with so many other fighting characters from other franchises was really cool. And like Kazuya is like a cool character in general. Like, dude, this isn't even like 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 a hot take or anything. I'm just straight up saying, like, screw Steve, like screw Pyra, whatever her name is, like screw Min Min, like all those characters, like screw them, man. Like I feel like Kazuya is like deserves to be in the game. Like that's cool, man. I mean, I don't really play a lot of Smash anymore, and even if I still did, I probably wouldn't pick up a new character. I also don't even really know how to play Tekken very well. Like I'm not technical with it or anything. Um, but I was cool to see him, or excited to see him. Like that was cool with me. I just think the problem with E3 overall, this is my general like impression of it, and why I just feel like overall it was just like decent, is the problem with, and I know that like the virus was a thing and stuff, but like this has been happening. Like, oh, what's up, Seeker? Glad you could stop by. The thing, like, I feel like this has been happening for the past several years with Nintendo anyway. Is like they have these like one or two like pocket announcements you're not really expecting, one big surprise, and then like the rest of it is just like very boring, like tiresome games. Like that's just my impression of it. Like I just feel like, all things considered, okay, Metroid was a big reveal. Um I guess I would give you Advance Wars and WarioWare. I don't really think they're in the same tier as Metroid, but I would give them to you because they're first party Nintendo. But like after that, what did we get? Like I wouldn't consider Mario Party like an E3 tier event or game announcement. Like they could have just talked about that in a direct a couple months from now. You know what I'm saying? So like that, I don't think really needed to like necessarily be in the event in E3. They talked about Mario Party golf game again. Like who cares about, like, just they've already talked about that. What else did they even talk about? Like there was no new 3D Mario game, which I was kind of disappointed. I wanted to see like Odyssey 2. I feel like it's about time we get Odyssey 2. Their Zelda stuff was just like, I mean, maybe Breath of the Wild fans, you can like tell me if Breath of the Wild fans, if you thought the trailer was exciting. I thought it was freaking garbage. Like to be the last big announcement and they show like a 30-second trailer. I didn't even know what I was looking at. I feel like they could have, the content they put in that new Breath of the Wild trailer could have been from the first game and I wouldn't have even known the difference. Like it just doesn't even like, I've tuned out Zelda for the past probably decade. I'm just not interested in it anymore. But like there was nothing about Breath of the Wild 2 that made me want to get back into it. It just seemed like a very boring experience. Maybe because it's just because they haven't shown a lot from the game yet, but like I don't know, man, for that to be your big announcement, like it just seemed very like lackluster to me. And freaking like Skyward Sword HD, like I don't know, I don't know. And like we did, and I didn't really follow like if Sega did their own thing or what have you, but like there was nothing from, I didn't hear anything about a new Sonic game from Sega. We didn't see any more of that like game they teased at the Sonic Central event or whatever that was. Um, I don't want to be that guy, but no new F-Zero, no new Star Fox, no new Kid Icarus. Like it just feels like, and I can understand to some extent why they pick and choose like the franchises they do, which is why I keep saying like it was lucky that Metroid even got another game. But the problem is I just feel like Nintendo just like picks these particular franchises they really want to like sell to people, and like we don't see a lot of diversity, and like what we do get isn't really like that hype anymore. Like I mean, like I said, I was hyped for Metroid, and it was cool seeing Advance Wars and WarioWare, but like like I don't know, just like where's the new Mario 3D platformer, and where's like the F-Zero reboot, which I thought there were rumors that was going to happen. I like what other Nintendo like bring Kid Icarus Uprising to Switch, or like I don't know, just like do something else besides like here's Mario Star Rush, here's Mario Party 5 billion, here's 10 seconds of Breath of the Wild that you're not going to get until next year anyway. Like I don't know, I just feel like overall it was very just like decent. Slim Cognito loves Zelda and apparently is very excited. DJ Falco was hoping for a new Star Fox game. I mean, I hold out hope every year, and Zero just did so poorly that like I don't think they're ever going to do another Star Fox game, and I blame that entirely on Miyamoto. Like all they do is just clone 64 a billion times. If they just like tried to like bring Star Fox out of its comfort zone, I really think they could have another like main franchise on their hands, but they just won't do it. I mean, even just like with this early Metroid Dread stuff that we've already seen them talk about some new concepts for the game that haven't really happened in the Metroid franchise before, and that's a good thing. I'm glad they didn't just clone Metroid 2 for the 50 billionth time. Um, you know, like Cool Kevin loved the Breath of the Wild trailer. P Dog liked it too. Maybe Breath of the Wild fans liked it. I guess. I, okay. I guess the consensus I'm getting here is that Breath of the Wild fans enjoyed it, but as me being a Zelda outsider, someone who maybe would try and get back into the franchise, nothing about that trailer spoke to me in any kind of way. And now I'm just gonna tune the game out again for the next year until we get another like trailer and another direct or whatever. And even then, I'm not even a fan of Breath of the Wild to begin with. I am a more traditional Zelda guy, which is why I haven't played the series in like 10 years. I think Wind Waker was the last game I enjoyed. Well, I never played Twilight Princess. I've been meaning to play that at some point. I think I wanted it on GameCube or something. I don't remember what my reason was for never playing it, but the last Zelda game I really went out of my way to play and enjoyed was like Wind Waker on the GameCube. So I just haven't been a fan of it. Yo, Imperial Zinc said Assault is the best Star Fox. I think you're the first person I've ever seen who agrees with me when it comes to that. Every time I say Assault is the best Star Fox, dude, I get trashed on, man. People bash me like there's no tomorrow. But I am strong on that opinion. I think Assault is the best game. I should make a whole video about why Assault is the best Star Fox game. It did so many things for that franchise that I think like the 64 fanboys just won't open their eyes to, and anyone new coming into the series kind of just goes along with the internet consensus that 64 is the best in the series and everything. But like if you actually play Assault, dude, that game is so good. And that's what I wish Nintendo would do with future Star Fox games. That is where I see the future of Star Fox if they chose to actually pursue it. Is like instead of making Star Fox like an on rails plane shooter, I don't want to say make it like a Halo clone, but I've always kind of had that idea that like, what if they actually made it? I guess not a first person shooter, but okay, I guess Halo isn't third person, but like a kind of like a futuristic Halo game that has different weapons, different vehicles, different guns, but I guess it would be more like third person. That's always what I saw the future of Star Fox being like. They would take the Assault formula and literally expand upon it to be a more expansive game experience. But instead, we've literally gone back in time with every single installment because they just go back to the 64. Like, I swear, if you look at every single Star Fox game, you have Adventures as its own entity, Assault as its own entity, and then every other Star Fox game mushed into one big entity. Because I'm thinking, what came after Assault? We got Command, which I played Command on the Wii U eShop, or I downloaded it. It was on DS. I played it. It was fun to some extent, but a vast majority of that game requires like replaying. Like, how do I want to word this? The actual campaign of Star Fox Command is very short. You have to replay the same story like many times to get the different paths and the different endings and stuff, which I don't mind doing that for games, right? But the problem is Star Fox Command is so short that like you're playing through the same like 5 levels just to get to that sixth one that's different. And there's so many different endings you have to play through it like 20 different times. And the actual like mechanics and gameplay of the game, it's not very difficult. It's not very like inventive. You were literally just in an R-wing the entire time. Then after that, we got, I think the next game after that was Zero, which was a very big disappointment to me, and I was very excited about that game. I still think the game is really good in a lot of ways. I mean, the graphics are good, the environments are good. Some of the dialogue seems a little robotic to me. Like, and that's another thing too. If you play Assault, dude, the dialogue of the Assault crew members, it feels like you're literally in the game having a conversation with those guys when they come over your radar. It's so like it just sucks you in. But with Zero, it's like, you know, it almost feels like every character is like their own entity, kind of like in 64 where they're just like, "Fox, help me. Shoot the guy on my tail." Thanks, Fox. There's no like banter. There's no like back and forth. The characters seem very robotic, but that's the least of the problems. The biggest problem I had with Zero was the controls. The gamepad was trash, man. That game, the gamepad ruined Zero. I think Zero would have been a much better game if you could use a pro controller. But I don't believe you could it because it was based around the gamepad controls. And that ruined the game, aside from the fact that it was a 64 clone. And then I can't really trash on Star Fox 2 too much because it was made like back in the 90s and they just re-released it after Zero or whatever. But when you think about it though, you know, just in the timeline of for the purpose of our debate here, Star Fox 2 was almost like a demake of Star Fox 0. There's nothing really inventive about it when you really think about it, you know? And that's where the Star Fox series is. So I would have really preferred them to have taken the Star Fox direction in the direction of Assault, but they just never did that, and that's too bad because now the series is just dead. Oh, what's up, Lane? Glad you could stop by. Saja Pika just said, "What are your thoughts about the E3 Direct?" Yeah, they were pretty. I kind of been ranting about the whole thing. Well, here and there, but yeah, pretty much. I thought it was just very like average, very average. There were some really good moments like Metroid Dread, um, and stuff like that. But overall, though, very just like average. Oh, Jamstar said there's also Starlink. I forgot about Starlink. I did buy that and I played through a little bit of the Star Fox campaign. I like the personalities of the Star Fox crew in that game more so than like Zero or Command or anything, but I still feel like you're restricted to your ship, and that really just Starlink in itself was a very very strange game. I think all around. I don't really know anyone that really spent time playing Starlink. I definitely didn't really enjoy it very much, and I tried to go back in several times. Um, to like I gave it many chances. I just couldn't get into it. It was too weird. Oh, P Dog said, "How's your Keckrock Game Builder Garage game coming?" Yeah, I forgot about that. Yeah, guys, remember that Nintendo Game Builder game or whatever that came out? I actually did buy it. Yeah, like I said I was going to. I bought it, and well, my Keckrock game is going pretty bad because, dude, I can't figure out how to like. I'm going through the tutorial lessons in the game. I'm not like making my own game yet. I'm trying to learn how to use the program, and I'm learning a little bit, but it's still very hard for me to wrap my brain around because I'm not like technically savvy like that. I don't know how to program things very well, and I know that like they kind of outline it very easy for you, but like it's still a learning curve for me, and I haven't even gotten through all the tutorial lessons, and like even after I get through the tutorial lessons, I'm not even sure if I'm going to be able to like make a Keckrock game the way that I want to make it, like what I'm envisioning. I don't know if I can actually like do it just because I don't know if I have like the skills to do that kind of thing. So it's not going great, but I'll keep you guys updated with my progress on that. Well, I forgot about the Star Fox 64 3D remake, but I guess that stands for itself. Yo, C-Tor said, what if they release a Star Fox game where you play as James and the OG Star Fox crew? See, now you're thinking. Now you're thinking. Like, that would be so like that in itself could be its own little like unlockable like story mission in a in a bigger Star Fox game. Or yeah, or they literally could just make a prequel game. As long as it's not like um confined to just the R Wings, that sounds like fantastic. I mean, like, you've already done more thinking than Nintendo has the past like decade when it comes to Star Fox. Have I ever heard of Caillou something? A lost Turkish Caillou video game. I've never heard about that. I have heard about the Caillou the Caillou Charlie weird lost media alternate reality version of the show though. I haven't been following that. I don't think I'd say I haven't been following it lately. I don't think there's been any developments with it lately, but I'll have to um I'll have to get on that at some point. I was gonna make a video about it. I just kind of lost interest in it because I didn't think anything much was really happening with it. But yeah, I'll try and get on that. Um, I'm just getting distracted as LSuperSonicQ does when he streams. Trashing on the N64. I don't know who you're directing that to, but I will just say though, I will trash on Star Fox 64 all day long. But I do like the N64. There are a few like really good games I really really like on the N64. But I will admit I'm not a big fan of the console. I'm not a huge N64 fan. I have one and I have some games for it, but I'm not a huge N64 fan. I will admit that. Someone said like LSQ, what is your favorite cartoon? Oh, Sticks says WarioWare is fine, but they prefer Rhythm Heaven. Yeah, Jack's Cheese prefers Rhythm Heaven too. He's been wanting a new one for a long time. But I don't think Nintendo's even acknowledged Rhythm Heaven in the past like decade. Oh, Pedro Arthur said, what's your least favorite cartoon? Good question. Jeez, what cartoon do I hate? I might have to come back to that one. I haven't even watched like cartoons in a long time. I mean, anything from the Total Drama series I despise, so I guess that's a good answer. Oh, Hispanic at the Disco, what's up? Said, hey, LSSQ, glad you're doing better now. And out of the hospital. Yeah, I'm glad about that too. Also, when they announced Dread, I immediately thought of your video from all those years ago. Yeah, I think a lot of people did that actually, which I was surprised about that. That was the first thing I thought of too. I thought like, oh my god, like they actually did it, which is really cool. I'll have to read the comments on it later. Connor Young was saying that people were commenting on my video, which was really cool. I didn't think anyone was gonna find it because the video is so old. The video is like 6 years old, which is honestly like a milestone in itself for my content. Like a lot of the like those like 6 years. I mean that's crazy. And I think a lot of my original Mystery of videos are going to hit 5 this summer, like the Kekrok video actually. So that's crazy too. Oh, what's up, Edits of Italy? Glad you could stop by. Eden Applins says I prefer Kirby to 3D Mario. I am surprised we didn't get a Kirby game now that you actually mentioned it. I felt like something was missing. Yeah. A Kirby game seems like it's just like a fill-in for E3 and we didn't get anything from Kirby. That is surprising. I would prefer a 3D Kirby game actually. I would prefer 3D Mario to most. Okay, like I think like Metroid and Star Fox are like my like I'm trying to think now. I would say Metroid and Star Fox are like my top Nintendo franchises. 3D Mario is like pretty close though to that. Kirby is like way at the bottom though. I don't really like Kirby games. So I would prefer a 3D Mario over Kirby, but oh, I forgot about Animal Crossing. I had to throw Animal Crossing in the. Oh yeah, we didn't get anything from Animal Crossing. Nothing from Animal Crossing actually. That was surprising too. I thought they would have announced maybe a little update or something. I forgot all about that. It almost seems like Animal Crossing came out, they released their year of updates, and that's it, which is kind of crazy because I know a lot of people are pretty like disappointed that the game didn't really include as much content as they were maybe hoping for. But I would prefer if they did another Kirby game, I would prefer it to be a 3D Kirby game. I think that would like get me interested in the series more. Like I just feel like every Kirby game is cloned from the last one. I feel like it's almost like Star Fox 64 getting cloned, except with the Kirby games, they make sure to include some new kind of gimmick to make it a different game. So I think if they actually made a 3D Kirby game, I would be into that. But I'd probably still prefer a 3D Mario game. Like Odyssey 2, I'd rather have that than a 3D Kirby game. But I know um they've done like I think three different 3D Kirby games before, like prototype games that you can find online. I believe articles that talk about them, and they've all been scrapped, so they cannot make a 3D Kirby game. I guess was Air Ride the only 3D Kirby game? I think it might have been, and that wasn't even a main game. I just don't know how hard it would be to do that. It doesn't seem like it would be very hard to come up with that kind of thing. Yo, Rafa said Star Fox Assault had the best OST of the franchise and one of the best ones from Nintendo. I agree, 100%. I agree. Back in the day when I used to like listen to a lot of video game music, the Star Fox Assault OST was on my playlist. Yeah, I agree, dude. Star Fox Assault fans represent. Oh, Air Ride might be Imperial Zink's favorite Kirby game. Yeah, that's weird because City Trial. I've heard so much about City Trial. I one of my friends, you guys probably know him, Paul. He let me borrow Kirby Air Ride like many years ago, and I played through a little bit of it, but not. I didn't really explore a lot of the game. It was fun, but to say it's your favorite, I wish I could like relate to it more, but I haven't played it enough. I think my favorite as of right now, my favorite Kirby game, because I've played a lot of Kirby games, I just don't really like them, which is weird, I guess, to say. I would say my favorite Kirby game is probably Amazing Mirror. I don't know if that's just because of nostalgia though, because I played that when I was a kid and I really enjoyed it. It is a really solid game though. I like how you can call your friends and a lot of the power ups in that one. I've played like Nightmare in Dreamland 2 on GBA, um, which is kind of like Amazing Mirror, but I feel like Amazing Mirror is just so much more fleshed out and it's just an overall better game. Oh, I have Kirby 64. I haven't played it though. I think I watched Psycho do a Let's Play of it though a few years ago. So that was one of the reasons why I actually haven't played it is because I still kind of remember a lot of his Let's Play. So I haven't been eager to like jump into it. Oh, Chibi Robo. I think Chibi Robo is done forever. Um, Jason Beast or Jason Best said, "Have you ever watched Japanese commercials to games? If you did, what was your favorite?" Oh, I love the old Sonic commercials for like the Genesis games and stuff, the Japanese ones. The Sonic CD commercial is a fantastic commercial. That is so cool. That one sticks out to me for sure. Um, I know there were a few other ones from like the Mario World era. A lot of the claymation ones are really fun. I really enjoy the claymation ones. The Sonic CD one was actually like CGI or whatever, but the claymation ones from the Super Nintendo Genesis era are really cool. Make the Battle for a Wish video. It's still on my list, man. I do not worry about that. I didn't forget about it. Oh, Ziplash killed Chibi Robo. The goth cat girl said. Oh, I remember the Japanese commercial for Metroid 2. Yeah, they got like the real person in like the Metro in like the Samus suit, and it's kind of like a comic book, I think, right? Or like they're kind of like in like panels and stuff. Yeah, That's a fantastic commercial too. I used to watch a lot of old like game commercials, I think. Um like back in the day. Like you know how like back in the day you just seemed to have like so much more time and just do so much more. Yeah, I remember one of the things I used to do a lot of was just watch old game commercials. Like not even just Japanese ones specifically, but just old U.S. ones as well. A lot of the old, uh, like the Mario Party ones with the mascot characters and stuff. And I never really liked the GameCube advertising campaign. I always thought that one was kind of weird because they wouldn't really show the game. It was just like a guy in like a transparent cube, and they'd be like, get in the game or whatever. The Pikmin ones were kind of interesting. I remember all like the people in the Pikmin suits and stuff. Um, I remember the Speaking of Metroid, I remember the Metroid Other M commercial. When I saw that, I was like blown away with like everything about that commercial, which is ironic because I didn't even play Metroid Other M. I didn't like the look of the game. I never played it. But I remember like that commercial. I should rewatch that commercial. There was at one point that was like my favorite video game commercial. I have to rewatch it and see if it holds up, but I remember I really really liked that one when I first saw it. Um what other commercials were there that were really good? The Animal Crossing ones are pretty funny, but I don't remember seeing them on TV or anything. And I feel like they're just like really mainstream now. Like I see them like referenced a lot and stuff, so kind of overused. I don't know. Just I don't know. I'm trying to think of other like the some of the Wii commercials are nostalgic. Like the We Would Like to Play guys. The Brawl one is super nostalgic because I remember seeing that as a kid and like wanting Brawl so bad, and I didn't have a Wii. But Paul had a Wii, and I would go over to his house and play Brawl. I remember that. Yeah, there's some good commercials from Nintendo. What's up, Daikate? He says the Crash Bandicoot Japanese ads were wacky as hell. I I don't know if I remember the Japanese ones. I remember the U.S. ones. It was like the guy in like the Crash suit, and his head is like where the teeth are. I remember those ones. Those ones are kind of funny actually, especially now that I'm older. Like I can kind of like appreciate the humor better. I don't know if I've ever seen a Japanese Crash commercial though. Now I'm thinking about other commercials, like with other like mascot characters. Oh, I don't remember which one it was, but I remember there was one, it may have been a Crash Bandicoot one, where he's in like a hospital and you see Ty the Tasmanian guy, whatever, or Ty the Tiger, whatever his name is, Sonic and like another character, and they're all in like casts, like full body casts, and they're like laying on like beds in the hospital, and Crash walks by or whatever, and he's like, "Yeah, they couldn't take it," and it's like an ad for a Crash game. I remember that one. That one was a good one too. Um, Eldarin said, "Hi, LSSQ. What's up, Eldarin? Glad you could stop by." Ashley says, throws a copy of Ziplash in the toilet. Was Ziplash actually bad? Um, I played a little bit of it and I thought it was like kind of fun. I guess it wasn't fun enough for me to really go back to a bunch of times, but like I did play a little bit of it and I thought it was fun. It wasn't bad. I played worse games, but I also have never played the original Chibi Robo, so maybe I'm not like a real Chibi Robo fan. Oh, was that a commercial for the Tasmanian tiger guy? Oh, it was a commercial for him. Okay. It was a long time ago I saw it, but that makes sense. Which is funny because he is the one who should be in the cast because like he's not even around anymore. Godzilla King of the Monsters Seth 1954 said, "Who's better, Mario or Sonic?" The age-old question. I mean, I think Mario's games are better, like without a doubt. Like when you consider the entire pool of Mario games versus the entire pool of Sonic games, I would say Mario is better. But for me personally, I gotta say Sonic. I think I'm a bigger Sonic fan than I am Mario. XYZ Man 123 said, "Remember the old Pokemon Ruby Sapphire commercials where they get people to look like certain Pokemon?" That sounds vaguely familiar to me, but I don't really remember that one for sure. Huh. Yeah, I don't that one I It sounds familiar, but I can't really remember exactly what one that is. The two I remember, or the three Pokemon ones I remember, there was one where like there are two kids in a house and they have the link cable like across across the windows, and all the animated Pokemon are walking across the link cable advertising the trading feature. There's another one where I think that there's like it's like a school setting and there's like a teacher explaining what Pokemon are or something. And then the one I think I remember the most, I may have been for like Emerald version, is um they had these like scenic shots of like grassy fields and stuff, and they're like, or maybe it was Fire Red Leaf Green, and they're like realistic Pokeballs like falling from the sky, and the kids like pick them up, and then it cuts to like gameplay. I think. Oh, super chat. Yeah, what's up, Edit of Italy? Um, can you do a video on the ill-fated 2014 Car Carolco Studios Company revival and their equally ill-fated American remake of the movie Audition? If there's an interesting story behind that, I definitely could. I honestly don't know what that is though, so I would have to look it up. But I'll look it up and see what I can come up with. You always have like these like really like interesting like topics I've never like heard of before. I'm just trying to see where my thing is. You always have these like really interesting topics that I've never heard of before. But part of my new like video initiative, which again I don't really need to get into like a big video because I don't want to like reveal my plans, but yeah, I've been trying to like really expand my video pool and like bring in more topics that I might not normally cover normally. So yeah, I'll look into that and see what I can do. Maybe it'll fit into a bigger video. Do I like the F-Zero franchise? Rafa said. I don't think I've actually ever played an F-Zero game. So I guess like I'm supposed to be like indifferent to it, but I like the characters. They seem really cool, and from what I've seen from gameplay, the game looks. Oh no, I have played an F-Zero game. I played the SNES one on something. It was either the Super Nintendo Mini or the Switch Online. I played it somewhere. I actually enjoyed it quite a bit. I was really getting into it. I think it may have been on Jack's Cheese has a Super Nintendo Mini. I think I played it on that on his. I was really getting into it. So yeah, I would say I like F-Zero. I would like it to have a new series or at least a remake, so I could play kind of like a modern version of it. You know, I wouldn't have to play like a GameCube game from 20 years ago. But yeah, I'll keep that. Let me try that again. Yes, I'll keep up the good work, Eldurin. I got a new video coming out this week, so you will want to check that out. The topic is actually like it's definitely I definitely think it is like I know I always whenever I say like it's lost media, but it's not like real lost media. I feel like this one is closer to real lost media than like some other stuff I've covered. And there's a big long search behind it that is cool, and it's actually video game related. And I think you guys will like it. And it lets me talk about a character slash series I've been wanting to talk about on the channel for a long time, but I haven't been able to because I haven't figured out how to like fit it into the channel until this video. This video though does it perfectly, so I'm very excited to get it done and release it. Oh, I remember the Zelda rap. I never liked that one. I thought that one was kind of weird. I nah, just that one's not my style. Um, I don't think I've ever seen a Fire Emblem One ad with the opera. I don't remember that one. I don't think I even knew. I don't think I really looked up Fire Emblem back in the day when I was looking through all the other commercials. Yo, Twisted Elo said Burger Time. Isn't that that's a game? But also now I wish I had a burger. Oh, the Sonic Adventure 1 commercials. Yeah, with the plushes. I remember those commercials. And then they They threw the plushes down to Kekrok, and Kekrok ate the plushes. I remember that they're in like the rainforest or whatever. Yeah, I believe those plushes that they used in the commercial were actually prototypes as well because they don't look like the final plushes at all. So yeah, those ones were cool too. I like those. I forgot about those ones. What's up, Zoog Weekends? Can you talk about the update with the search for Sammy? Yeah, I don't think it would warrant like its own video, but for anyone who doesn't know, one of my lost media friends got in contact with someone that worked on the Sammy Show, the David Spade cartoon, and the crew member has been digitizing his tapes, and Matt has been uploading them to YouTube for us. So I believe the 2 episodes are currently on, and I think more are to come. But it's pretty cool because David Spade also kind of took a notice to it as well, and everyone's kind of been watching them and stuff, and they've been saying that it's a pretty good show. So it's NBC's fault for canceling it so early, I guess. But yeah, those are being unearthed slowly, which is really good. After 21 years, they're finally getting seen. Oh, Edits of Italy also said, also do the Lost Billy and Mandy Cartoon Network Dracula dancing bumpers. Funny you say that. I don't actually know if I know exactly what that is, but I actually was thinking recently of, about doing a video specifically on like Cartoon Network bumpers. I don't know what it would be, but it would be some kind of video on bumpers. So that would be a really good topic to include in that kind of video. So thank you for that suggestion. I'll add that to my list of bumpers. There's a few other bumpers too that I would like to talk about. I don't know if the video would necessarily be Lost Media related, if it would just be talking about them, some of the cool ones that I remember as a kid. But yeah, that's a good idea. I think someone said, "What do you think about Advance Wars?" Oh, what's up, Sultan? Glad you could stop by. Oh, Pax Main said, "Thoughts on Advance Wars remake? I personally think it looks really cheaply made." I was kind of thinking the same thing too, actually. So like the only thing I kind of thought was that like the character icons and the characters artwork looked a little cheap. It kind of looked like if an indie game studio tried to like make an Advance War game. Um, like if I was to play one, I would probably just play the Game Boy ones. Well, I don't know how much money they are now. Maybe for convenience, I would play. I don't know. I guess I will say that I do think the Game Boy ones just have like a better charm to them. But I've never played any Advance War games. I'm not into that kind of like strategy game stuff. So I thought it was cool just that it even existed because I know quite a few people that like the Advance War series. Um, so I thought that was kind of cool that like it even existed, that Nintendo even realized, oh, we have this franchise. But I do agree, it does kind of look more like a game maker kind of game, and not really like a, oh, Nintendo is like rebooting. You know, like yeah, I feel that. I feel that. Someone said something about Mean Girls DS. Oh, did I hear that people on Reddit are harassing the person that found the Mean Girls DS? I didn't hear about that. Why are they doing that? That's not good. Like, what the heck? Why are people dumb? I've been meaning to watch that Mean Girls DS thing. I just like haven't. Again, I've just been like behind on a lot of stuff. I haven't really had time to like catch myself up with a lot of the things I was supposed to. What is um Ibarra Bros Studios said, what is the secret on having a stylish beard? Laziness. That's the secret. Just being lazy. I literally have just been too lazy to like do anything with this, so it just sits here. That's really it. I guess also maybe I feel like, I mean, if I guess to those of which a beard is appealing, I guess I've maybe had like good luck with like just growing facial hair to begin with. Like I remember like I was one of the first kids in my class back in like or okay, not elementary school, like middle school, to like get facial hair. So I guess like just over the years, it's kind of like groomed itself well. I haven't really had to like do anything to it, but yeah, laziness pretty much because I just haven't shaved it. Dude, what a classic um, Hotel Mario meme. Dude, those still get me every time. Freaking Hotel Mario was just is just timeless. Oh, Way Forward is working on the Advance Wars game, so it kind of is an indie game. Oh, I didn't know that. I guess that explains why it looks like it does. Also, what's up, Bryx? Haven't seen you around in a while. Oh, Ty Hisser said, or Heiser said, have you heard of Drawn to Life? Yeah, I've heard of Drawn to Life. I actually played that back when it came out. I beat the game. That was really fun. I actually really enjoyed that game. Didn't get the one on the Wii though. I just played the original DS release, but that was a fun one. Lane said Mario Advance 2 is his favorite game. That's a very like specific favorite game, but I respect that. I still think Animal Crossing on GameCube is my favorite game of all time. Well, I don't think that I know that. It is. Um I don't want to get off into a whole rant or not rant, but like a whole praise about why I love that game so much, but yeah. Oh, you haven't stopped by since February? Yeah, I guess it has been a while then. Um Someone asked me, oh, what the heck did someone ask me? Someone asked me something about like I don't know, something about lost media earlier. I can't remember what it was, but um Godzilla King said, "What's your favorite Sonic game?" SA2 Battle on GameCube. I that one probably for sure. And then um, Eldarin said, "What's your opinions on the Dark Age of Sonic?" Which I believe was it from Shadow the Hedgehog to like Generations, or was it or Unleashed? I know what. Yeah, that era. What are my opinions on it? I feel like generally speaking, uh, I feel like people probably like over exaggerate how bad it really was. I mean, I liked Shadow the Hedgehog. I think it's a really good game. So I enjoy that one. Um, I mean, what else was happening? I mean, Sonic 06 is bad, but like, aren't we all over Sonic 06 at this point? You know, like, is it really worth complaining about anymore? I've actually had an interest myself in checking out Secret Rings again, which I think falls into the Dark Ages. So clearly, I must think a little highly of that game if I want to try playing it again. I mean, maybe it's not a good game, but I want to check it out. I've heard mixed things about Black Knight, so I don't know. I feel like the Dark Ages is probably just like overblown. Like considering how far we've come since then. I mean, like, because it's just funny you even like say that because like I would argue like Sonic Forces is like a Dark Ages styled game, you know, and like we're still getting games like that in the modern era. So like, I feel like the Dark Ages of Sonic is overblown. And then Connor Young said, "Do you think lost media YouTubers should stop trying to make Jorge styled videos?" I mean, I feel like at this point, Jorge styled videos is like a mainstay of lost media videos. I don't really want to tell people to stop doing it. I mean, if that's what they want to, if that's like their vibe, then go for it. You know, I think just for me personally, what I would like to see more of, um, is just people being a little more creative. I guess is what I would like to see, because every time I watch like a lost media, or not every time, but oftentimes I'll find like these really indie lost media videos, and yes, I do watch like new lost media videos when I find them. I'll see these new creators come out and stuff with, like no subs and no views, and I'll check them out to see, you know, what their vibe is. And it just is a little tiresome to me how like I find so many people that like just do copy that format. And I'm not saying like that their video is necessarily bad or that it's not watchable, because there are a lot of people that can like clone that format very well. I just think for my own tastes, I'm involved in the lost media scene. I am not like a lost media like viewer. I'm like a lost media creator. So maybe the viewer's perspective is different than mine, but for me, I would like to see more diversity with the way people make their lost media videos. I want to see things I haven't seen before. Ways to present information I haven't seen before. You know, different like different ways of presenting information that maybe I didn't think to like present them in that kind of way. Just to throw it out there as like an example, like comedy lost media videos. I've never seen a comedy lost media video with someone who actually tries to throw in humor to their videos. I feel like Jorge is like the scary stuff. My stuff is more like factual and very like story driven, like like I don't make jokes. It's not spooky. It's very much like informative, right? It's almost, what I'm saying? But I've never seen anyone do a comedy take on lost media videos. So like that might be interesting to try. You know what I'm saying? So there's a lot of different areas to try and explore. And I just think that um from my like time being on YouTube, I feel like you know, the channels that I'm going to take note of are going to do something that I haven't seen before, that I haven't seen, and that's going to like keep my interest. So it's just my 2 cents on it, though. But there are a lot of good like lost media channels kind of popping up all over the place nowadays, which is good because we weren't even seeing that like last year. I remember like the state of lost media last year. I think I did one of these streams late last year, and we had like a little rant about the state of lost media, and like it was pretty bad because like there weren't a lot of new channels popping up, and like I felt like people weren't really watching what was out there. But now you see all kinds of creators pop up, which is really cool. So as long as the scene is growing, I guess that's kind of all that like really matters. Decado Prime, I can't believe Metroid Dread became a reality. Yeah, dude, yeah. I'm still kind of like speechless of that even. That the fact that we're even just talking about Metroid Dread right now like is crazy. Funny Fox 04 said I'd play Sonic 06 a gazillion times before I'd play Sonic Forces. My only like rebuttal to that comment is I tried playing Sonic 06 and like yes, I bought the game and I wanted to play through it. For me, the game is just too like broken. It's just too glitchy and broken. I just can't play it. I can't have a, I can't do it. Forces is boring and slow and dumb, but I 100%ed it because it was playable. So that's my take on that. But yeah, kind of like Ty Heiser was saying, they like a lot of things from Sonic 06. I do too. I wish Sega would remake Sonic 06. I really do. And I wish they could make the game that they originally envisioned, because that is the game I would want to play. Sonic 06 has tons of missed potential, but there are a lot of cool elements in that game I would like to see remade or brought back, like for sure. Oh yeah, I saw your comment, Connor. Oh, the comments actually did jump like 200. Wow. I want to go read those later, I think. Oh, Decado Prime. No, I was supposed to check out the Mean Girls documentary, but I just haven't had time to between everything I've been doing. So it's still on my like to watch list. So I'll get to that. I'll get to it, but I haven't had time to watch it yet. Bryek said, I think that was your first vid I saw from you before finding you again through the clay model videos. Dude, the freaking clay model videos. Man, I still think about those every now and then. Is Sega incompetent? Short answer, yes. The thing is, like, Sega's not even incompetent. They just need like new creators, new like management. It's like getting Miyamoto to make a Star Fox game. Like they got to get a new creative director. Oh, I heard that like the Yakuza creative director was actually gonna uh head up the new Sonic games or something. I think I heard that. I don't know if that's like true though. Long answer, yes. Well, that's true. Carlos E. Coral said, "Hey, can you do a quick or can you do a video about the Lost Cubics game I told you about?" Oh, I forgot about Cubics. Maybe I forgot about your request. I think people have actually asked me to do Cubics stuff before. Maybe I will do that. That's one of those like nostalgic old shows people forgot about, and then they'll eventually remember once the video surfaces. Oh, MTV's Sanctuary said, "Do you know about the Sonic Rangers leak?" I do not know about that. Nope. Explain that to me. Um, yeah, I was surprised to not see anything Sonic related today. Like I thought they were gonna drop a new trailer or something, so that was pretty disappointing that they didn't. I thought they were going to. No, we got whatever that Sega Europe game was, the make a town game, whatever it was called. I'm just getting like distracted again. Um, yeah, I think Cubix was on 4Kids. Or no, it was on Foxbox. I don't think it actually was on 4Kids. Yeah, it was on the Foxbox. Oh, the Yakuza. Whoa. Chew you up like bubblegum. Said, "Love your videos. Keep up the great content, homie." Thank you for that. Wow, that's a lot. Thank you so much. And with that said, Chew You Up Like Bubblegum has become the new top crocodonor for tonight. Congratulations. Oh, I gotta. I didn't. Yeah, let me try that again and not just stutter the whole way. I haven't like figured out how to like. Oh, I probably have to do like this and then. Okay, I'm getting the hang of this. We're working out the rough edges here. I think. Oh, yeah. Okay, I believe that was. Yeah. Cool. Thank you for that. I appreciate it. And as always, the super chats go to like channel stuff. Um, yeah. So thank you for that. I will put that into the channel fund. I'm waiting for the right time to get that capture card, guys. Like if I need a video, if I'm gonna make a video that needs gameplay, the first thing I'm gonna buy is a capture card with the money. So that's awesome. Thank you. Pikmin Rock once said the Yakuza creator got demoted. Oh, so he's back to Yakuza Monkey Ball, some arcade stuff. That's well, that sucks. My Kekrok game is going really bad because I don't have the like making the game is very hard. I'm not like understanding very well how to like use the game creator tools. So that's it's not going good. Pikmin 4 more like Pikmin Forgotten. Yeah, can't argue with that. Wasn't there another game that was like mentioned like a decade ago and it just never came out? Actually, maybe it was a decade ago at this point. I was joking, but it actually may have been a decade ago. So what was the Sonic Rangers leak? Oh, it was a leak that was from someone that play tested the game that said it had open world elements, but it still had boost elements or something. Oh, and then okay, this then MTV Sanctuary actually said it's a 4chan leak of the new Sonic game pre-trailer. Talks about an open world game where Sonic goes to cyberspace. It ends with a giant tree boss fight. Has different hub activities. I don't know how I feel about. I feel like Sonic stuff getting leaked is like something that like consistently happens, so I believe it. I don't know how I feel about that though. Like an open world Sonic game, people have been kind of like throwing around that term lately. I don't know how I feel about it. Um, I'll give it a chance and like maybe it'll be good, but if it's just like boost Sonic in a hub world, I mean that doesn't sound good to me. They're the Game Freak of the Sonic series, Sonic Team. Yeah, honestly, I believe it. Croc Rock, Rocker on the Croc. Yeah. Oh. Katie Lynn said, "Yo, what's up, Katie Lynn?" Yeah. I'm gonna like try and reserve all judgments on the new game until I actually see gameplay. Sonic is just such a slippery slope. I don't want to like get too excited for it. I don't want to like call it off just yet. So, um, so we'll see when that shows up. I'm not expecting it to be anything great though. Like the Sonic bar is so low, it's probably gonna be not a great game. Oh, what will happen to the next or what will happen to the Sonic franchise if the next game sucks? Jeez. They'll probably wait. They'll probably like remaster another old game like relatively soon after the new one comes out, and then like a year later they'll come out with another boost style game, and then rinse and repeat. I feel like that's what's been happening the past few years anyway. They just need like a literal like fresh take on the series, or just go back to what they know. People like it's not hard to please Sonic fans. It really isn't. Make an adventure style game. That's all you have to do, and like you please the entire fan base. Like there isn't like I know people don't like outside the Sonic fan base, people trash on the adventure series, but I'm pretty sure I've never met anyone in the Sonic fan base that actually doesn't like the adventure series. So all Sega has to do is make an adventure style game, and they've instantly won the praise of every single Sonic fan. I've never played Plants vs Zombies. No, I just saw that comment. I just Plants vs Zombies. I forgot that he even existed. Am I getting Sonic Colors Ultimate? Heck no. I played that game 10 years ago, man, on the Wii, and I 100%ed it. I don't need to do it again. Random comments and people are all like, Metroid Dread is a new game, and I'm like, oh yeah, it's like canceled DS game from a decade ago. Yeah, you guys have insider knowledge if you watch my video on it. You're in the know. You're in the Metroid Dread know. Dude, I hope my video actually like gains more views from it. It'd be cool to actually have it hit like 100,000 views. I've literally never met anyone who hates the adventure games in the Sonic franchise, so. But yeah, they could do more adventure style Sonic games. I mean, I always I've always thought about this too. The Heroes format of Sonic games that only existed in that one game. It literally existed in Sonic Heroes, and that was it. And like Sonic Heroes was a really good game. I feel like it gets overlooked a lot actually when people think about Sonic games. I never really hear it get brought up. I would love a Sonic Heroes 2. Take the exact same game formula and just make new levels and new teams. I'm surprised they actually didn't do that back in the day. Um, like it seems like something they would have done, especially like after oh maybe they didn't do it because oh 06 sucked so much. They didn't want to put in the oh 06 characters to like a Heroes game and use that as its main marketing point. But yeah, um I feel like like doing a Sonic Heroes 2 would be really cool with all the new characters they could add in for the teams and stuff. I'll be right back. Um, okay, what was I saying? Um, Misa Miko said, "Not even a Metroid fan, but I knew how big Dread was, and I'm just all here for it now." I mean, it's exciting, honestly. Yeah, that's another thing too. Is I feel like even for some of the game franchises, I'm not like a huge fan of. Just seeing them actually like get announced is like fun for the fans. Like, what was there was a Smash character that I wasn't really like excited about, but it was really cool seeing him actually get in. Who the heck was it? Was it Sephiroth? It was like someone who like I wasn't excited for, but seeing them get in was cool for the fans. I can't remember like who it was, but yeah, no, I feel that. Sonic Heroes was a gimmick that died out too soon. There should have been more games in this format with more diversity in terms of character abilities or even team size. Yeah, like the abilities is that's something that like they could definitely expand upon. Like they could have given each character like way like in future installments like way more skills to work with. Like there was so much potential for a sequel. Like yeah, man, I almost feel like I want a Sonic Heroes sequel now instead of SA3 maybe. Because I feel like SA3 you kind of like it would be very like linear with what you'd be getting into, but like Heroes they could go crazy with Heroes too. Ooh, a modern day sequel to Sonic the Fighters. Yeah. I know there was that one Sonic fan game that kind of existed a while ago that I think got kind of popular. I don't really know what happened to it, but like I saw gameplay of it and that was really fun to watch. Yeah, I think people have been like wanting a like Sega or like a Sonic like 2D fighting game for a long time now. So I agree that's something that should happen. Was Heroes did Heroes really get lukewarm reception? I mean, I haven't really heard anything bad about Heroes ever. Um, I probably will play the new game when it comes out though. Like, I definitely will play it. I mean, I knew going into Heroes it was probably going to be garbage, and I played through that game. So yeah, I'll probably play the. That's the thing. What I was saying earlier about like Mario and Sonic. I'm such a big Sonic fan that like I'll play even the bad games. Like even if Rangers or whatever it is comes out and it's like not a good game, I'll still buy it and play it because I want to. Um. So yeah. I've never played Sonic Rush though. I I'm not really like a big DS like fan or handheld. So I like other than like the games I played as a kid on DS, I really haven't explored the library very much, and I mostly just had Pokemon as a kid. So I haven't played Sonic Rush or anything. I only had New Super Mario Bros. As well on my DS. I didn't even have Mario 64 DS. I've actually bought that on the Wii U Virtual Console maybe a year ago or so, and I beat it. But yeah, I'm just not a big handheld gamer. I don't know, something about the small screen I just don't like. Oh, what's up, Rift? Glad you stopped by. Sonic Rush Adventure is so good. I mean, I kind of have been wanting to like get a little bit into the DS library more so. Um, I don't know, just because like I don't know, I just like I mean, my DS still works. My old DS, it's just a 3DS that I'd have to buy a new one for because my original one broke. But I still have my old DS; it still works and stuff. I don't know. I guess it's just like when you play on console, it's like you get to pick your favorite controller. You're on like a big screen or whatever, you know. But like with DS, it's like here's a screen this big, and you got to use like the D pad and the buttons, and like that's it. I don't know. It's just so weird to me. Like I'm just not a fan of that anymore. What was I gonna say about Sonic Riders 2? Didn't Sonic Riders get a sequel? I actually haven't played that one either. I've been meaning to, but I was afraid to like buy it because it's just a racing game. I'm probably gonna get bored with it after like a couple playthroughs. Yeah, I'm not like I don't really like emulating either though. I don't know. Maybe it's something about just like Game Boy games in general. Like I like the charm of them. They're nostalgic to me, but maybe it's not really like something I want to like experience like now that I'm older. You know, maybe just like let the nostalgia like just live over there. You know, like it's not something I really like wanna play. Um, oh, Funny Fox said you should try the DS Castlevania games. Yeah, my brother wants to do that actually. He actually has said to me very like directly, like, "Oh, I want to play the Castlevania games on DS." So, that's I think that's gonna be his thing though. I'm not even a big Castlevania fan, honestly. I feel like my Castlevania fandom lived and died with Rondo of Blood. I played Rondo of Blood, and I never looked back. Like I just, man, that game was too good. It was like too good. I tried playing after I played Rondo of Blood, I played Castlevania 4, Super Castlevania 4. I watched my brother play through Symphony of the Night, and I also played Dracula X. And none of those games really hit the same way that Rondo of Blood did. Um, so yeah, I think my Castlevania days are over. Ashley the Saluki said, "Do you remember the walrus slash leopard seal thing from Pingu? The original 1990 audio is currently lost slash rumored. I don't know if I've heard about that. No, I haven't heard about that. I have not looked into Pingu mysteries. Also, have you heard of those one? You mean 1-800 hotlines from the 80s? Oh, like the yeah. I've heard of some of those. Yeah, I know what you're talking about. That also Egad needs his own game. I think Egad should be playable in more games for sure. I don't know how they'd make a whole Egad game unless they did like a Luigi's Mansion spin-off or something, which might be interesting, but maybe that could be its own little like story mode in Luigi's Mansion 4 whenever that will exist. C CBR Otato said, "I actually just remember you made a video about Starfy. That's how I found you, lol." Yeah, the Starfy video. That was a long time ago. That was 4 years ago, I think. Um I remember I made that right around the time my channel started gaining like a lot of popularity. I think that was like the first full year of my channel's popularity. People liked that video though. That was a really fun video to put together. I remember. Starfy is another like dead franchise, I guess, but yeah, that's good. That's cool. Oh, 1-800 golf tip. I was thinking of a different one, but yeah, 1-800 golf tip is a good one. That's a good video too. I don't remember who made that video, but there was someone made a really popular video about that, and it was really good. I've actually never played any Starfy games. I wanted to get the one on Game Boy Advance, like the Japanese one, but I think back when I was going to get it, didn't really know how to import like from Japan, so I never got the game, and now I'm not really interested in it. I guess I could get it for DS, but again, I guess just not really interested in it. If they re-released it for like console or something, maybe I would actually buy it. Yeah, honestly, if they put it on Switch for some reason or something, I'd probably pick it up. I think I'd do that. I think that's a big thing too. Is the Switch is just so convenient. Like, I don't know if like I mean, I'm sure people have talked about this before, but like the Switch is just a really, really convenient console. Like just buying whatever games on there, picking up the console whenever, just playing it for a little bit. Like it's just, I feel like I've definitely bought more games on the Switch just for convenience because they were there than I would on any other console. Like booting up the freaking Wii U, going to the eShop, buying a DS game, playing with the TV screen and the gamepad. All that is just too convoluted, right? But like the Switch, you just pick it up, buy your game. It's right there. Like so, yeah. If they put Starfield on Switch, I'd probably buy it. Oh, Sonic Chronicles. I was gonna get that one back in the day. I really was. I remember when I first heard about it. I'm like, oh my gosh, Sonic Chronicles, the Dark Brotherhood. Like it sounded so like intense, but I never did for whatever reason. I can't remember why I didn't. And yeah, I only hear bad things about it now. And also, it's only on DS, so I probably won't play Mega Man games. I'm not a big Mega Man fan to any extent. I tried playing. I think I bought Mega Man 11 a few years ago, and I don't think I ever beat it. It was okay. Didn't have like a ton of fun with it, but it was okay. I probably played the NES ones at some point for a little bit, but I remember them being like very hard. I think my brother got like the classic collection on Switch or whatever, but they were really hard. I've never been a big Mega Man fan, honestly. They should port Star Fox Zero to Switch though, and just fix the controls. It would be a fantastic. Okay, it wouldn't be a fantastic game, but it would be a much better game if they did that. But I don't think they're going to because they're probably too afraid now that people aren't going to buy it because Zero did so poorly to begin with. Oh, what are my thoughts on Rise Star? Um. Oh, Freddy Freaker. That was the one I was thinking of. Yes, that was the 1-800 one I was thinking of. Yeah, Rise Star. I I've always been kind of interested in that just because I knew he was an unlockable in it was or his game was unlockable in Sonic Mega Collection, but I never actually got around to unlocking it because you had to play like a bunch of games like a bunch of times. I guess I never did it. Um, I've heard a lot of good things about it, but there are a lot of other Genesis games I would rather check out before I check out Rise Star. So, not like super interested in that. Um, yeah, I don't know. Not a big fan of that. Misa Miko said one easy way for them to top the Switch for me is to improve the ergonomics of the Joy Cons. They have small hands, but those things always manage to cramp whenever I use them. That's weird. I don't think I've ever had a problem with like the Joy Cons, aside from the freaking drifting and crap. But like the Joy Cons themselves, I don't think I've ever had a problem playing with them or any like gripping issue with the Switch. It's a good weight. I don't have any complaints for that honestly. Just I wish the controllers weren't so expensive and that they were freaking built better. But other than that, like if you get a good pair of Joy Cons, yeah, I don't really have a problem with it. Though I do wish that the D-pad buttons was an actual D-pad and not like the up, down, left, right button. That's weird to me that it's not an actual D-pad. I know that like there are some third-party ones that I think have D-pad that have like D-pads there, but I'm not sure if you can use them. I know one of them you can only use in like the handheld mode, um, which I mean is better than nothing, but I'd like one that you could use in like the TV mode too. Oh, but yeah, the Switch Pro speculation has definitely gotten out of hand. Like, how many directs at this point have people speculated the Switch Pro was going to be announced and like it just hasn't been? Like, seriously, I don't even know where these rumors are coming from at this point. I feel like they would have announced, like, I feel like this, unless they announced the Switch Pro closer to the holiday season, maybe like bundle it in with Pokemon, I don't really see them even announcing it this year because, like, when else would they even do it? I feel like the time to do that already passed. Like they're not going to just drop it in like a random direct. I feel like maybe they will kind of do like a Pokemon bundle thing closer to the end of the year. I could imagine that being a big selling point if they bundle Pokemon with a Switch Pro. That would, I think that would do really well in sales. Like people would buy that because it's funny too. For as much as people complain about the new Pokemon games and they like hate whatever, like you got to admit that like Pokemon sells. Like no matter how many times people say they're not going to buy the Pokemon games or the Pokemon games are bad, like they sell. They always sell. Nintendo can do anything they want with that, and they'll make their money. Um, Amazing said, "Hey, LSSQ, sorry for being late. No problem. Yeah, this stream is probably gonna stay up for the next couple days anyway. I'll probably like take it down when I upload my new video. Did I actually write on screen Thursday? Yeah. This will probably come down on Thursday when I upload my new video, so you have time to rewatch it again. No Donkey Kong game direct is 2 out of 10 too much water. I was surprised not to see a Donkey Kong game, honestly. I thought the Monkey Ball game was a Donkey Kong game at first. I didn't even realize it was Monkey Ball. Which, yeah, I don't know why people were even like freaking out about the Monkey Ball game. Like they were excited for it. Isn't it just old games? It's not an actual new game. Like I don't know. I don't know. I guess it's just like I thought it was a new game at first. I'm like, oh, that's why people are happy about it. And then no, it's just old games. It's like, oh. Shadow659 YT said, do you play games like Call of Duty and Apex Legends? No, I don't play any of those. I don't. Nah, I don't play that. I've never been interested in playing those either. Lane plays Switch games with the Pro controller. I don't even have a Switch Pro controller. I just use my GameCube controller because I like GameCube controllers and I don't want to spend money on a Pro controller. Mother 3. Yeah, how many people had Mother 3 on their like freaking bingo cards today? I don't think that one's ever coming, guys. Oh, it's like a remix of Monkey Ball games? Oh. I'm not a Monkey Ball fan, so I guess I wouldn't know or really care. I also wasn't sure what to make about the Shin Megami Tensei 5 trailer. It wasn't really what I was expecting at all. I thought it was going to be, I don't know. I thought it was going to be more similar to the older format of the Shin Megami Tensei games, but I guess it makes sense they would try and modernize it, but it just wasn't what I was expecting. Oh, it's like the Sonic Mania of Monkey Ball. Okay. That actually explains it really, really well for me. Okay. I guess I can understand why people would be excited for that. I'm still not going to get it though. I'm still not a Monkey Ball fan. Um yeah. Well, I guess all in all, like you guys seem to like E3 for the most part, and I guess I did too. I guess I was just expecting like I guess it definitely like wasn't enough to like complain about and say, like, "Oh, this was a bad E3," but I guess I was just expecting a little more. But I can't complain with Metroid, so um a version of the GameCube controller that's modernized like with proper LB and RB buttons. Uh didn't I thought there was a company that did make like Switch GameCube controllers. I thought like Hori did actually. I swear I've seen those before, unless you mean like actual first party ones. I feel like Nintendo just appeases like the Smash crowd with the GameCube stuff though, so they're not gonna like bother making actual pro controllers based on them. But yeah, no, I agree with you though. I think I was gonna like at one point I was gonna try or no, I believe I was somewhere and I ran into someone who had a like one of my friends I think somewhere had a like I don't remember where it was, but I remember like at one point like holding a Hori GameCube Switch controller and it actually felt pretty good. I didn't like play a game or anything on it, but I kind of clicked the buttons and it actually felt pretty good. I should pick one of those up actually. I think I was going to a long time ago. I just never did. I guess like why even bother though? Because my GameCube one works pretty much fine. It just doesn't have the minus button on it. But most games don't utilize the minus button to any important effect anyway. So Hispanic at the Disco said the only problem with Hori controllers and Nintendo Joy-Cons is that drift. Oh, Hori has the drift too? Okay, if Hori has a drift in their GameCube controller, I'm definitely not buying that then. Flame Docs, what's up, Flame Docs? Said a while back, the Apple versus Epic court case leaked Samus from Metroid possibly becoming a skin alongside rumors of Fortnite joining Smash. Well, I don't like Fortnite at all. I don't care about it. I think it's just a poop dumb game. Like, who cares, man? So I don't want Fortnite in Smash. Um, I guess I don't really want. I don't think I would want Samus in Fortnite either because I feel like it would just like I don't want to say like devalue the character, but like nobody playing Fortnite is gonna even know who Samus is. Like it's I don't think that would be a good fit. I don't think I'd want to see that. I yeah no I don't want to I wouldn't want to see that in Fortnite. Like had Nintendo put Samus in like any one of their other games, like don't license it out to Fortnite. How do you use a regular GameCube controller on Switch? You buy the Smash Bros adapter and you plug it into the USB port of the Switch dock, and then you just plug in a GameCube controller to the adapter, and it registers it as a Pro controller. The only thing is, any games that use like the ZL or the minus button, you can't do on a regular GameCube controller. But most of the games don't actually use those like as important buttons. Like in Mario Odyssey, for example, the minus button pulls up the map. So the only thing is you can't pull up the map on the GameCube controller. You gotta like do it on the Switch, pull up the map, and then like put it back in the dock, and then go back to your game on the TV with the controller. A little extra step, but I don't mind doing it because I like the my original GameCube controllers. Um, but like that's how you do it. Like if you were playing a game that really needed the minus button as some like vital function, yeah, you wouldn't be able to really play it very well. But most of the games I play don't really use it. It's usually just for maps and stuff anyway. Oh, Ryu and Chun Li are already there. Oh well, I feel like Street Fighter is much more recognizable and they're in more crossovers anyway. So all my life said I cried when I saw the Dread reveal. I feel you, man. I feel you. Oh wow. Maybe I'm not gonna buy a Hori thing then. Like Funny Fox said like no drift, and then Hispanic at the Disco said there was drift. So I'm gonna just play it safe and not waste more money on controllers that have drift. Most of the people playing Fortnite are younger than the last core Metroid game. Yeah, I would believe that. Oh my gosh, dude, that's a weird thought. Oh, any suggestions for where to start with the Metroid series? I don't think you really like need to necessarily play anything else relating to like the story to know what's happening in Dread. But if I had to give you a suggestion, I would just say like start with Metroid Prime. Like if you want to get into the Metroid series, start with Metroid Prime. That would be like my suggestion. I would say Metroid Prime like 1 and 2 would be really good starting points. Um, Super Metroid is a classic. I'm personally not a fan of the Super Nintendo. I'm not a fan of the Super Nintendo, so like I don't really have nostalgia for that game particularly, but um Super Metroid is a very acclaimed Metroid game, so I would say that one would be a good game to check out as well. I played Metroid Fusion. That one was Metroid Fusion was really really fun, and that was the Game Boy game. Maybe I'll have to reconsider my thoughts about Game Boy games actually. Um, yeah, those would be my suggestions. I would say Metroid Prime 1 and 2, but if you don't want to do two Prime games right in a row, I would say like Metroid Prime 1, then Super Metroid, then maybe like Metroid Fusion. That would be like my like starter pack for Metroid games. You kind of get a good feel for all the different styles of games in the series and stuff. And those games were all very very well received. So those would be my suggestions. As for what games to stay away from though, I would say Other M is a little confusing with its gameplay style, and it's kind of hard figuring out where you're supposed to go. I don't like the characters or the story. So I would say don't play Other M. Metroid Prime Hunters on the DS was really like inventive for its time, really fun for its time, but I personally think it's aged very poorly with the controls. It's very very strange, like playing it on like a DS, with those controls and stuff. It was very hard. And I've never played the Game Boy ones. I know Metroid 2 is apparently a fan favorite, but if you're gonna play Metroid 2, play the 3DS one. I wouldn't say play the old Game Boy ones. But I've never played Metroid 2, so I don't really know how good those even are. I would say Prime 1 for sure. Super Metroid and like Metroid Fusion. Those would be my picks. Yeah, Golden um Faunatogram said, "I'm excited to play Dread, but ain't no way it's gonna be better than Super Metroid." Yeah, I feel like there are like two kinds of people: the 2D Super Metroid people and the 3D Prime people. I'm definitely in the Prime camp. I'm not like a big fan of 2D Metroid games. Like 3D is where it's at for me. So I agree. It's like I agree with you that it's going to be a good game, but it's not going to be better than Prime for me, as it's not going to be better than Super Metroid for you. Um, I don't even think Prime 4 is going to be better than Prime 1 or 2 for me. Then again, we haven't seen anything from it, so maybe it'll really surprise us. But no, I feel that. Bryax said Zero Mission is a good gateway. I haven't played Zero Mission at all, so I don't have any thoughts about that, but maybe I should, because Fusion was really good. That was a really good game. And I know Zero Mission is kind of like that. Isn't it like wait, Zero Mission is a remake of some game, right? It was like a remake with some added content of some game, I know. I think it was one of the older ones. Was it a Super Metroid remake? It was something. I never really looked into Zero Mission. But I should maybe check out that game too. Um, oh, they're actually both. I believe both of those are on the Wii Virtual Cons, the Wii U Virtual Console. I could actually buy them and play them on the big screen. But then again, though, I did play Fusion on. I played Fusion a long time ago, so I think I borrowed it from one of my friends. I don't even have the cart anymore. I'd have to like buy it again. Um, but when I did play it, it was on a Game Boy, so maybe I'd have to play those games on a Game Boy to get the true experience. But friends or Paul, I guess he keeps getting brought up. I watched Paul play it like a decade ago, probably, and he was doing the Wii remote stuff, and I've always been like scared to try it because I'm afraid like I'm going to compare it too heavily to Metroid Prime 1 and 2 and like just end up hating it. But it's so cheap. Maybe I should just buy it. Blaster Master is better than Metroid, CBRO Tato said. I've never played Blaster Master, but I'm gonna say it probably is not better than Metroid. I mean, I guess the original Metroid is actually pretty bad. I actually don't like the original Metroid like at all. I've tried to play through it many times, and I've just quit. I've just given up on it. It's just kind of bad. Um, Atter said, N64 SNES, which one do you think is worse? Oh, SNES for sure. And this is just like a biased opinion of mine, like definitely. Like my opinion, I just don't like the SNES. I just don't find the games appealing. I don't find the sound effects appealing. I mean, like I recognize how classic they are, and yes, they encompass that like '90s gaming feel, but I just don't find any connection to them. I don't have any connection to anything really from the SNES era. Just not interested in checking out the library or anything. N64, there are a few games I really, really like Mario 64, Ocarina of Time, Majora's Mask. I really, really like those games. But even the N64 library, like just the console as a whole, I'm just not really drawn to it like I am the GameCube or anything else really. Like GameCube, I have the highest praise for GameCube, but N64 and SNES, I just not really connected to them. So I would say SNES is worse though. Have I heard of Cuphead? Yeah, I've heard of Cuphead. I actually bought it on the Switch a while ago, and I tried playing through it, and I got stuck. Would you prefer a 3D or 2D DK game? Ooh, probably 3D because I have Donkey Kong 64. I haven't played it yet, but I've been wanting to though. I'm very excited to play it. Whereas I've had no desire to play like Tropical Freeze or Country Returns or anything like that. I do want to play the Country 1 at some point, like the original Country. Just I know that's Super Nintendo actually, but I first heard about it back in the day on Game Boy, so I've actually I've wanted to try it on Game Boy, which I guess is also don't really play Game Boy games anymore, so we're talking in circles here. Um, but yeah, I really want to try 64, which I have. So, oh, it's a remake of Metroid 1. Zero Mission. Okay, I knew it was a remake of something. Oh, maybe I really will play that then because I wanted to play Metroid 1, but I just hate the way the game is made, but maybe Zero Mission is up my alley then. Also, also Zero Suit Samus is in it, so you can't go wrong with that. Wii U has every Metroid game with the exception of Metroid 2 Samus Returns original and its remake. Oh, I forgot about the remake. Yeah, wasn't yeah. Oh, I'm thinking of Metroid 2 DX, that freaking rumored game. Never mind. Just don't mind me. I was thinking of something completely different. Bryax said I had a bigger appreciation for Prime after playing it since that's what made me realize what Metroid really was. Yeah, I feel like that's a lot of thing is like I think that's a lot of thing is like people hear so much about Prime but they never actually play Prime. Like when you play Prime, it's like a life-changing experience. Like really. It really is. Like that game is like so well made. I can't believe it. It's held up incredibly well. I mean even the graphics too like are really good. Like still to this day. Am I a big Zelda fan? Yet, not really. I used to be like a really long time ago, like back in middle school. I think I said earlier, the last Zelda game I played that I enjoyed was like Wind Waker, and that was like when it came out. Well, maybe it was a few years after that. I didn't get games right away back then, but I would say Wind Waker was the last game. I'd been meaning to get Twilight Princess, but I never did. Um, but like, okay, I guess I should say though, I was playing like I was playing Wind Waker, Ocarina of Time, and Majora's Mask like all at the same time, which was like mid to late 2000s. So it's not like the last Zelda game I enjoyed was in 2003. Like, no, I shouldn't have exaggerated like that. But the last time I was playing Zelda games were those three, and it was in the late 2000s. And since then, I haven't really played any other Zelda game. I just never got around to Twilight Princess, and I'm just not really interested in it anymore. I don't know why. Skyward Sword is just not appealing to me in the least, and I actually have that one. I just never played it. Um, didn't get any of the Wii U remakes. Not interested in Breath of the Wild in the slightest. I was gonna get the Link's Awakening remake, but I just decided like, I don't really want to get that. It's just like there was a certain time where I was going to get it. I think during when my house flooded and I was living elsewhere. I'm like, I'll buy myself a new game to like entertain myself, and it was gonna be that one, but then I didn't end up going through with it. Um, yeah, so I'm honestly not really a big Zelda fan anymore. I was during the Ocarina of Time, Majora's Mask, like Wind Waker era, but I just haven't been a fan of the series since then, really. Mr. DK is cool. Said the Country games are some of my favorite games of all time. Country 2 is my favorite of the trilogy. Tropical Freeze is a piece of art, if you ask me. Better than Country 2, and I have nostalgia for that game. This is a really interesting take. I've never really heard. Um, I guess I've never really talked to like a Donkey Kong fan who's played a lot of the games, but I never would have guessed that those would have been the preferences for um, for games. I've like heard a lot about 64, that DK64 was really good, and like Country 1 I've heard is really good. I think people did like Tropical Freeze. I believe I did. I have heard that, but never would have guessed that Country 2 was like really really good as well. What other games are there? Oh, I never hear about um what game is that? The bongo one, the Donkey Konga. I never hear about Donkey Konga, probably because the control was so stupid. Pika Kirby 11 said, I've been a Metroid fan for a long time, but never really got too far into the games. I'm currently playing through all of them, and I'm on Samus Returns Remake. Prime is next for me. Very excited. Yeah, like when you get to Prime, oh man, you're in for it when you get to Prime. It's so good. I could talk about Prime all day long, like seriously. Shadow659 said, which game did you play more of, Mortal Kombat or Street Fighter? I've probably played more Street Fighter, like in my entire time gaming, but the comparison is almost non-existent. It's like I've played zero Mortal Kombat, and I've probably played like 5 minutes of Street Fighter, literally 5 minutes of Street Fighter. So like that's not even saying much that I've played Street Fighter more than Mortal Kombat. Just never got into either of those games, and I have like the Capcom arcade stuff on the Switch, the arcade whatever it's called, and I bought one of the packs, and just by chance, the pack I bought had a bunch of like shmup games in it, had like Giga Wing and stuff like that, like 1943. I like those games, and just by chance it came with like Street Fighter games, which was I think those were the first Street Fighter games I ever owned. Were the ones I bought from that Capcom thing, and I tried playing them. I didn't know what I was doing. Like now I understand when someone picks up a controller and tries to play Smash and they don't know what they're doing. Now I understand how they feel, because I had no idea what I was doing. I couldn't even get Ryu to like kick. I had no idea what I was doing. Um, Not really a fan of either of those franchises actually. Um, Donkey Kong Jungle Beat is actually really awesome. It's very dark. Donkey Kong beats the living crap out of other people. I think I may have heard about that or something. Um, I've just never been interested in that because of the bongos, and also I don't really like Donkey Kong. Did I know there was three Donkey Kongas? Maybe I didn't know that. To make Ryu kick, you press any of the three kick buttons. I mean, maybe my controller is mapped weird because I just couldn't figure it out. Like I really couldn't figure it out. Hey man, I play Smash. That Smash is my fighting game of preference. I don't play arcade fighters or anything. I don't know what that's about. Shovel Knight, but he hates cherry cola Oreos. I think I actually liked cherry cola Oreos the one time I had them. Said, do you think Metroid Dread, or do you think the Metroid Dread we're getting now is the same concept from back in 2006? That's an interesting question. I thought about that. I am not sure. I would have to go back and like revisit the old Metroid Dread like rumors and stuff from back in the day. I guess just rewatch my video pretty much. I don't remember. I would assume though it's probably largely the same in concept because Nintendo posted an interview, I believe with Yoshio Sakamoto, and they talked about Metroid Dread's development and they referenced that original project from 15 years ago. So I would assume to some extent a lot of the elements that they had tried to do back then were now realized because he said hardware limitations back then prevented them from making the game they wanted to, and now they can do it. So it probably was more or less a revived project from 15 years ago. And yeah, Odin, Angie, what do I think? I lost it when I saw that. I freaked out. I couldn't believe it. Oh my gosh, I'm already looking for the pre-orders for the deluxe edition. So, thanks for stopping by, Bryax. Glad you could stop by. I think I just said that twice. If someone told me that in 2015 that Metroid Dread was real and it wouldn't come out until 2021, would it be worth the wait? Yeah, I think so. I think it'd be worth the wait. I really don't think they've ever made like a bad Metroid game, except I would argue like Other M. Um, Other than that though, like all the other Metroid games that exist, none of them are like particularly like bad. So yeah, I would have waited for that if someone told me about that. Um, yeah, here Lopez said, "What are your thoughts on the Legend of Zelda Game and Watch?" I thought that was kind of like pointless and unnecessary. Like I understand like why it exists. You know, it's a little filler product for the holidays that people are probably gonna like buy. You know, and Nintendo's gonna like cash in on their low effort, right? But I still see the Mario one sitting around, and like, who's gonna play any of those games on a Game and Watch? You could play them on an emulator. You could play them probably on your phone. You could play them on a Game Boy cart because they got Game Boy releases. You could play them on I think they're on the 3DS. You could play them on the Switch. You could play them like on the original hardware. You could play them like anywhere. I don't know who this product is even marketed for. I feel like at this point, Nintendo just perpetually re-releases their games without even thinking about like what their market is. I was just so confused why it even needed to exist. Honestly, like, yeah, I was baffled that it even existed. That was such a troll instead of a Zelda collection. Yeah, I just don't understand it. I just don't get why it needed to exist. Like, and I'm even thinking like, okay, I like let's say I'm like biased because I don't really like Zelda. Let's say they came out with like I'm just trying like let's say they came out with like just a Game and Watch that played like Pikmin 1, 2 and 3. Let's just for example. Why would I buy it? I already own Pikmin 1, 2 and 3 on on the actual hardware. And I know there's the Wii version if I wanted a Wii version too. And I could play it on emulator if I really like I just don't get like what the point of it is. Like there's just no point. Oh, and it's on the mini console too, the NES Mini. It's on the mini consoles too. Like I just don't get it. Canuto Talks said when they announced Metroid Dread, I immediately thought of you. So cool to see Nintendo revive that concept. Yeah, I literally didn't even think it was like real back in the day. I'm so glad to see it actually was. And hopefully they'll do that with more of their lost games that never saw the light of day. That would be really cool. The Flame Viper said the novelty is an appealing force that cannot be underestimated. I don't know. I think I'm gonna underestimate it. Because I just, like I said, I still see the Mario ones around. I mean, it's probably going to sell, like, for the holiday, the holiday hype, like, oh, I gotta get this, like, scalpers, all this artificial demand and stuff. But I just feel like when you think about it, it just didn't need to. Like, it's just Nintendo being greedy. To me, that's what it feels like. Dude, Mario's Castle 2023, baby. Yeah, man. I'm with you there, dude. Please, can we get Mario's Castle be a real game? Pika Kirby 11 said the Mario Game and Watch itself is actually a really nice feeling system. I haven't hacked it myself, but hacking it to play more games would probably be great. But okay, like this is the thing too. Okay, like I this is the thing that was like I just don't understand if you're gonna go through the hassle of hacking a Game and Watch to play other handheld games. Why not just buy a Game Boy Color in the cartridge? Like maybe I'm just like maybe I'm just like missing something here because I'm like against emulation and or I think I said that wrong. I'm not buying like I'm not against the Game and Watch console because it's emulation. It's not what I'm saying. But like you talk about like hacking the thing. Like I don't even like this thought didn't even cross my mind. Just the first thing I think of is like, oh, if I want to play a game, okay, let me see if I have the console to play it, and then if I do, buy the actual game. I just don't. It just seems very like a very weird like novelty to me. Mr. DK is cool. Said favorite Nintendo IP. Oh, probably Animal Crossing for sure. Yeah, I've talked about Animal Crossing so much. It's got to be that game. Um, yeah, I could get off on a big like long tangent, but it's Animal Crossing. Omega Jean ZX said, "Do you make more art in the future, or like I don't I want to make more art. I know this is kind of getting on like video topics. I want to make more art, but I don't know. I just like it's hard to fit it into my like video schedule. So maybe at some point I will, but it's just not really like a priority right now, I guess. But I mean, I'd like to post some more stuff though, so it's still on my like to-do list. I'm just waiting for like the right time to do it, I guess is kind of the thing. The system feels nice, like comfortable. The Zelda one kind of adds. Yeah, I mean, I guess I'm not saying like you're wrong or anything. I guess just like how many people like when Nintendo released it, they weren't thinking like people are gonna mod this and put games on it. Like they're literally making it, and there had to be a thought process behind them choosing the games they did and like selling it to Zelda fans. I just don't see like I don't know. Skit based lost media channels. Who do you have in mind? I don't think I've ever seen a skit based video from a lost media channel. I don't know what I don't know what I don't know what that is, but I'm not gonna say it out loud in case it's in case it's like a vocal joke that I'm gonna like walk myself into. Yo, Donkey Kong Coconut Crackers or Hotel Mario? Dude, wasn't Donkey Kong Coconut Crackers like actually released? I think didn't that release under a title called like Hey, it's Mr. Pants or something? I'm pretty sure it came out under a different title, like the game's concept, the puzzle element. Flame Viper said Nintendo used to have, or Nintendo has used the Game and Watch for decades as a look, as a little look at our roots, not as a collectible item. Yeah, I don't know. I guess it just seems like a money grab. I don't like RPGs, so I guess if I had to pick one or the other, I'd pick fighting games. But I really only play Smash. I mean, I do like I said earlier, I play Tekken and stuff like just casually, whatever. I like them and like Fatal Fury, but I don't like RPGs at all. I mostly just play Smash. What's up, Spuddy Potato? Glad you could stop by. I'm not even sure how much longer we're gonna go. We've been going for like over 2 hours. It really doesn't feel like it's been 2 hours, honestly. That's crazy. Um, but yeah, I might like go get a drink and stuff. And I was gonna maybe try and record for Thursday's video. I might not even do it tonight though. Now that I've talked for like a, a bunch of a bunch of time, but we'll see. Oh, what do I think about Kazuya in Smash? I thought he was really cool. I thought it was a good addition. People were getting mad, but I was all for it. I think it's really cool. If I get around to it when he comes out, I'll probably buy him and mess around with him. Oh, thanks for being a fan, Omega. Um, James George said, "Say, do you like Mega Man or Dragon Ball?" I mean, I like both of those series as like franchises, but I don't really like the Mega Man. I can't even say particularly anymore. My mouth is too dry. I don't particularly like the Mega Man games. I just don't really play them. Um, and Dragon Ball, I watched Dragon Ball Super, but I've never really seen anything else but besides that, and I'm not like a huge fan of Dragon Ball. Oh, the new Mario Golf game. I forgot about that one. I thought it looked really good. It looked really fun. I'm probably not gonna get it because I don't really have anyone to like play it with, but I thought it looked really fun. Yeah. If I had like a friend group or whatever still around, I can imagine us having a good time with that one. Ed Mario said, "Will there be a new Lost Cast this week?" I'm gonna say probably no this week because yeah, because I want to prioritize getting my video out on Thursday, and I don't know if I'm gonna be able to like do that and then like do the stream the next day. It just might be like too much. And also Ultra from the Lost Cast is like on vacation, so we don't really know what's up with, I don't know if he's gonna have internet or whatever. So we're probably gonna do a pass on this week. I'll get this video out Thursday, and it's gonna be like a lengthy video. Like I said, it's not gonna be like 5 minutes. So we'll get the video out Thursday, see how it does, and then um maybe next week we'll try another video and a Lost Cast combo. So I think that's the plan right now. Another instance of 0 days without nonsense in the Smash community. Yeah. Oh, have I ever played Marvel vs. Capcom? Wait, Pepsi Man 2 isn't a real game, is it? I didn't think it was. Um, yeah, my brother is a big Marvel vs. Capcom fan. Um, he's been wanting to play it. We actually just talk about our, importing games and stuff. We actually we're looking into a Japanese Dreamcast to play the Japanese version because the US stuff is too expensive. So I have the game. We bought the game, but we didn't get a Dreamcast yet. So we got to find a good Dreamcast. But yeah, once we get that, we're gonna play it and stuff. And I'm looking forward to it. I've heard a lot of good things about that game. I actually believe it's Marvel vs. Capcom 2, I think, is the one we have. So I'll let you know how that one goes once I play it. But I've heard a lot of good things about it. And I believe I actually have played it in the arcades before. I played one of them. It may have been two. Um, so yeah, I'm looking forward to that one. I think it'll be really cool. Like I definitely do like 2D arcade fighters. I'm just not really good at them, and I don't really like prioritize my time getting good at them. But like Marvel vs. Capcom is really cool. I mean Tekken, like I said earlier, I like Tekken. Um, Fatal Fury, I got into Fatal Fury because of Terry. I played Terry in Smash a little bit. Um, yeah, stuff like that. I've never played Postal 2. I don't even know what that is. Um, oh, I've played a little. I've played a little of King of Fighters, but I think I prefer Fatal Fury more. I like the characters more. I feel like King of Fighters has a bunch of like weird characters. High level Marvel vs. Capcom 2 is crazy. I believe it. I mean, I've seen some crazy combo videos before from like really skilled players, and it's something. Have I tried Virtua Fighter 5? No, I haven't. I've been wanting to play a Virtua Fighter game. Like I'm a big like Sega fan. I have Fighters Megamix on the Saturn, but I've never played like a standalone Virtua Fighter game. I wanted to get Virtua Fighter 4 because that one was kind of interesting to me, just the whole package of the game and stuff, but I never got around to getting it. Um but if 5 is more grounded and easy to learn, maybe I'll check out that one. I don't know how similar they are to each other, but like the combat in Fighters Megamix is pretty easy too. I would assume it's a little bit more in depth, like Virtual Fighter 4 and 5. I would assume it's more in depth than Fighters Megamix, but yeah, I'll get into that at some point. Oh, I played Blaze Blue at one point as well. I played that. That was kind of fun. I kind of picked up that one pretty quickly. I think I did some good combos in the training mode. That one was a little easier than I thought it was going to be. Um, time is it? It's like 11. I'm just wondering like how much more, how much longer. We could maybe go like 10 more minutes. I think we'll go 10 more minutes to hit 2 hours 30 minutes, and then we'll call it a day. I think I'd be happy about that. I'd be happy to end it there. So, 10 more minutes, and then I might record depending on if I feel like it. But I definitely think the video is going to get done for Thursday. I'm kind of like planning like a Thursday night release, not like a Thursday afternoon, so I will have Thursday day to edit as well if I need to. Um I used to release videos on Thursday night actually, and they used to do really well, so I wouldn't mind going back to that. Which side would win? How do you even like compare those two together, James? I don't like what is like the weight metric for those two? That's like saying like who would win, like Naruto or like Shrek? Like how do you like it just they're like two different entities. I don't know how you'd like compare them together. They're from like different worlds. I guess using Naruto and Shrek as a comparison was pretty like outdated meme. Pepsi Man should be in Smash. That'd be really funny actually if Pepsi Man was in Smash. I don't think it would ever happen. I'm not gonna say that Jack and Friends. That's like weird. Also, I don't say things when people tell me to say things on stream. I don't say them anymore. Ever since I fell into there was some like verbal joke that I fell into one time, and after that point, I said I'm never saying anything else on stream again. What is my opinion on the Smash DLC? Yeah, I was a fan of it. I was a fan of it. I liked it. I thought it was a good addition. Better than Steve for sure. Otis Le Putis. Yeah, here I am. I know the lighting is kind of dark, but is it? It's like really funny, Spuddy Potato. I don't know how you would even like gauge power levels. Oh, yo, get that death battle series on this. Who would win? Hamburger went straight to my video after the direct. That's funny. I think a lot of people were doing that, which was crazy to me that people even like remembered my video. Otis is not a Metroid guy, but they're really excited for Dread. Yeah, I think a lot of people who weren't even Metroid fans were excited for it. Yeah, it's crazy to see such a game like that actually exist after all this time. Like I never thought it was actually gonna like become a real thing. But I just hope getting the amiibos isn't gonna be like really hard. Um, I gotta try and find a pre-order for them. Blues A Gamer is still processing Metroid Dread being real. Yeah. And that's the thing too, is you never really see like these rumored games from decades ago actually see like fruition. Like usually you just don't. I just feel like it was such an anomaly for Nintendo. It's almost like they needed something else to fill that slot at E3, and they're like, "What the heck can we choose?" And they just like they just happened to pick Metroid Dread. Like it was just like chance, but I'm glad. Yeah, I'm so glad I made that video. I'm like really glad I made it. I'll have to check the comments on it to see everyone freaking out too. I really want to read those. I didn't even know people were commenting on it, or that people were even finding it after the fact. Pika Kirby said, "Noticed you're a Pikmin fan. Are you disappointed by the lack of Pikmin 4? At this point, I've kind of just accepted the fact that Pikmin 4 is like in development hell, pretty much. I still have to beat Pikmin 3 because I never I was supposed to buy it on Wii U back when it came out. I never did, so I bought the Switch version like last year, and I had to finish beating it. So I still have that to occupy me. So I'm not like super angry at no Pikmin 4. Um, but it would be nice at some point to actually like see something from it because I highly doubt they're gonna like announce it and release it like too close to each other. They're probably gonna like announce it, make us wait a few months, and then release it. So like just the sooner it gets announced, the better because it means like the sooner we'll have it. Oh my gosh, the purple Yoshi game. Dude, what if Nintendo actually revives the purple Yoshi tech demo? Which I don't even think was from Nintendo. I'm convinced that was just an IGN fake thing, but oh my gosh, if they actually like revived that, could you imagine that? Oh my gosh. Watch them make Kakarot a real game now. Dude, you never know. Like you honestly never know. But I definitely some people were saying this earlier, and I definitely feel this way too. Like, like the fact that they actually did revive Dread, it really makes you wonder what else they could revive or what else they're gonna like choose to make a game of now. We could see like a Kid Icarus sequel in the style of a Super Nintendo game. Like who knows? Like we could. Nintendo doesn't care about Yoshi anymore. Maybe. Yeah. Well, we did get Yoshi's Crafted World not too long ago, so um Kakarot ends up being game of the year. Yeah. I mean, once I can make Keckrock, it'll probably be the game of the year, but I just have to make it first. I'm like confident if I actually had like a game development studio or something, and we could actually make Keckrock like an indie, like an indie, meme game like Baldi's Basics and like Piggy or whatever that game is called, and Bendy and all those games. I'm convinced like it could actually become like a cult hit and get merchandise in the store. I just don't have a game studio to like do that. So would I be hyped if a new Sonic game got announced by Sega? It depends on what it is. I know a lot of people were like talking about I guess the new Sonic game kind of leaked. It's going to be open world or something. I'm not sure how I feel about that, so I can't say I'm like I'm like hype about it. I mean, if something adventure related got announced, I would be excited. I'm just trying to really like keep the bar low for Sonic because I'm so afraid if I hype myself up too much, like I'm gonna get disappointed. What is Keckrock? Are you joking? If you don't know what Keckrock is, you gotta watch my video on it. Oh, a Yoshi game in the style of Yoshi's Story. Okay, that's yeah. I mean, I would argue though that like Yoshi's Crafted World is just the natural evolution of that kind of thing. Like we don't get games like Donkey Kong 64 anymore, but we still get Donkey Kong games, I guess. Breath of the Wild wannabe. Yeah, that's what I've heard, but I wasn't like sure about that. I don't think Kakarot is fake. Amazing. I think you're the fake one around here. Little SA2 reference for you guys. Oh, what's up, Sebastian? How's it going? It's going pretty good. We kind of had a big E3 chat and talking about some video stuff. I'm actually going to end in like a minute, so sorry, but I'm actually going to keep this stream up for a couple days, so you can go back and rewatch the whole thing if you want. I'll probably take it down like Thursday before I put my video up. I think you're the fake hedgehog around here. Pikachu who insulted our Lord and Savior Kekrok. See, Pikachu knows what's up. Although you spelled Kekrok's name wrong, I don't think he'd be happy about that. Kekrok in Smash when? Kekrok already is in Smash actually. One of my friends was like trying to mod him into Smash 4 a few years ago, and like we had a working mod in the game, but he never uploaded it to like the mod site, so it's unreleased, I guess. Which I guess is um where we'll end this after I answer Sin's question. What do you think of Kazuya in Smash? I'm a fan of it. I think it's a really good choice. I like Tekken. He fits in with the other fighting game characters. And when he comes out, if I like remember, I'll buy him and play around with him and see how he plays. I think it's a good pick. Oh, Jax Cheese finally showed up. What's up, Jax Cheese? You guys can watch the stream back though, because I'm gonna keep it up for a couple days, so you can watch it. Kekrok owes an internet user money. I don't think so. Kekrok doesn't like borrow money from people. Leaking Subconscious said, "Hey, just wanted to say hi before you wrapped everything up. I've been a long time watcher, but I've been binging your newer videos. Can't get enough. Whoa, nice. Thanks for the entertainment. Keep up the great work. Thank you for that. Yeah, new one coming out on Thursday night, and it's gonna be a longer one. So if you're interested in the longer videos, hopefully that'll help with your LSSQ binge watching. So yeah, I guess with that said though, I'm gonna wrap it up, guys. We've been going for 2.5 hours. But I'm gonna keep this stream up so you guys can. Actually, wait. I'm gonna wait till this play. Okay. Wait. I have playbacks here. Oh, I was gonna say, I was gonna wait till my playbacks hit over 5,000. Now it's over 5,000. So, I'll keep this one up for a couple days at least. You guys can rewatch it and stuff. But I really gotta get going. I'm either gonna work on a video or just like get a drink or do something. But this was fun. Thanks for hanging out, guys, and yeah, I'll be around. So until next time, I'm LSuperSonicQ, Finn.